Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's a nasty one here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Platypi franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4, year number 3. Last episode for our Platypi commenced with the second half of the game against the Moose, which we ended up winning in 11 innings, 3-2, thanks to an errant pickoff attempt throw in the 11th inning, allowing the winning run from third to score. We then blew out the Jacks 10-0, getting revenge on them for earlier in the season. And it was teeing off against our former pitcher Cecil Sawyer as well, and he'd have been through a complete game shutout in that one. And then we rallied back from a 4-0 deficit against the Grapplers to win 7-5 as we scored 7 unanswered runs on them. We then got blown out by in the second half of the doubleheader against the Grapplers 12-3 as we ended up cutting Seth Dubbs, the starter, after that game. Because of how poorly he's performed this entire season. But on the positive note, we did beat the Grapplers 2 out of 3 times this season, so that's great. So coming up next, we may finish the rest of the regular season here today. All depends on how I'm feeling, but we do have the hot corners up first. Rocksmith having a revenge game against his old club, which is in last place. Currently, they have the worst record in the league at 8-19. They've already given up on the season, so hopefully we can win this matchup. And then we have our final 4 matchups, 2 against the Beewolves, our division rivals. We play the Heaters, another division rival for the final time. And then we play the Grass Eaters in the regular season finale. If we make it that far today, we'll see how I'm feeling. But we're up first. Rocksmith 1-3, 5.40 ERA, 168 WHIP, trying to put a good end here to the season here. We come in at 13-14 in the thick of a playoff hunt. We are 2 games out of first with 5 games left to play. We are in the thick of it, and the hot corners come in at 8-19 with Bella Mietball on the mound, making her second of the season. No record, a 2.70 ERA and a 1.80 WHIP. Lineup for today's game. All right, I'm going to take crowds out. Put Rags in left. Bentley's getting the start at first base. Swolson is DHing. Okay. I'm going to move Williams up in the lineup here to number 2. Beefcake will be 3. Connor will be 4. Bentley's actually better. We'll make him 4. Connor 5. Swolson will be 6. And then Avalos will be 7. Charlie's 10. So he can bat 8th. And then we'll have Maggie Rags bat 9. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Lineup for the hot corners, it's Peak Vizika, Firmer, first baseman at first base. Batting second, locked-in center fielder Hieronymus Jackson. Batting third is 10th second baseman Jeb Jumps. Batting fourth is Bobby Bash at third base. Batting fifth, locked-in left fielder Casper Stern, who came over from the Buzzards. Batting Overdogs, sorry, my bad. Batting sixth, catcher Pex Flex. Batting seventh, rookie outfielder, right fielder Karen Tinglethorpe. Batting ninth is shortstop Wiggles. Batting eighth is shortstop Wiggles Freeman, former Moose. And batting ninth is DHing today, actually, is Bella Bietball, the starter, because she actually can hit. Let's go. All right, on the road to Golden Field, where we won our championship back in year number 1, because if you remember correctly, we played the hot corners in the finals that year. We swept them 3-0. Also, want to say to all my American fans, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hopefully your day was wonderful, and hopefully you're thankful for what you have in life. I know I am. And let's jump into this game. Hopefully the Platypi are thankful for what they have, because they still have an opportunity here to win the division title, surprisingly. Despite how poorly we've played here in the middle stretch of the season. Let's do it. Kaufman leading off, locked in, hitting .419 with 6 RBIs. Mietball on the mound. Here we go. Leader down and away is low. Ball 1. Curveball up, check tied. 2-0. Curveball down, and we are really way out in front of that one. That's a sky ball to center field. Easy catch out there for Jackson. 1 down. Arrow Williams up next, catching today, hitting .366 with a homer, 10 RBIs, and tier 3 off-speed hitter. Ball down and in, hits the knees. Nice pitch, 0-1. Heater down the middle. Williams gets a good swing on it, but she skies it to right center field. Just missed the barrel. Therefore, Jackson, 2 down. And here's Captain Beefcake McStevens. He's on fire, hitting .427 with 5 homers and 21 RBIs, and tier 3 high pitch active. Change it down, out in front of it, pulled foul, 0-1. Ball down, line to left center, over the leaping glove of Freeman, into the gap it goes. That's going to roll to the fence, and that'll be extra bases here. Ponderosa gets it in as noodle arm activates at tier 2. That is a 2-out double for Beefcake, and he's hurt again. That is not the time to be getting hurt, Beef. Are you kidding me? What happened? Pulled his hammy. Of course he did. 5 games left in the frickin' season. You're going to pull your hammy now when we're in the heart of a division title race? He's playing through it. He's playing. He's on fire right now. If he loses his mojo, I will take him out. But right now, he's on fire. He's staying in. He is playing through the injury. He is the captain. He needs to lead by example. And here's new signing Hercules Bentley, who was released midway through the season, hitting .364 with a homer, 4 RBIs, playing his first game in a Platypi uniform. Placing downtown Upton on the roster as that curveball drops in there at the knees, 0-1. Probably a good move. Downtown only had 2 hits in his short tenure here in like 16 at-bats, so it's probably a good move to get rid of him. 1-1. Change up there, ripped foul by Bentley out of play, 1-2. Slide it down and then rip the third, diving Bobby Bash to take away a base hit and a run. Bottom 1 were scoreless. Physique, Jackson, and Jumps up against Smith. Here's peak Physique, first baseman hitting .250 with 6 homers and 19 RBIs. You rip it in, ball 1 inside. Ball away. Line to right center field, calling her in. He can't get there. That's down for a base hit. And that is a leadoff single here. Start the game for the Hot Corners offense. Now to bring up center fielder Hieronymus Jackson, locked in with Tier 2 outside pitch, hitting .252 with 5 homers, 19 RBIs for the former Moose outfielder. Trock, of course, facing his old club, the Hot Corners, who he pitched the first 2 years of the franchise with. Curveball fouled off out of play on that one, 0-1. A little bit of a revenge game here for the young right-hander. Heater down and in, low and inside, 1-1. Change of middle in. Fouled off, 1-2 out behind it. Cut up and in. Checked high, 2-2. Great take. Slider away. Hit off the end of the bat. Soft liner to second. Kaufman there for the first out. Now to bring up second baseman Jeb Jumps, who is tense, hitting .228 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs on the season. First pitch slider down and in, low and inside. Ball 1. Cutter up. Jumps, fouls it back, out of play. 1-1. Pitch down in the way is low. 2-1. Pushing up and in. Line softly over short. Charlie leaps out of his reach, though, for a base hit in left center. Connor cuts it off to keep it in front of him, so it'll be just a single. 2 on, 1 down for Bobby Bash. Third baseman locked in. Tier 2 off-speed hitter. Hitting .207 on the year with 5 homers, 11 RBIs. Has not been a great offensive year for Bash. Cutter up and away on the first pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Four-seamer down and away. Low, 1-1. Curveball down. Low, 2-1. Cutter up and in. Line left center field into the gap it goes. That's going to be extra bases as Rags and Connor give chase. Rags gets to it and gets it in. Runner holds it third. It's only going to be a 1-run double for Bash. 1-0 Hot Corners. Casper Stern up next. He's locked in. Tier 2 low pitch, Tier 2 mind gamer. Hitting .345 off the bench this year with 2 RBIs. Playing his natural position of right field. Came over from the Overdogs in free agency. Heater up as a strike, 0-1. Slider up. Whiffed on it high, 0-2. Cut up and away. Chased, fouled back, 0-2. Change up and in. Fouled back, still 0-2. Ball up and away. Ooh, caught him looking. Can I help you, Casper? Nah, you're just looking. Take your window shopping, but elsewhere. 2 down. First punch out for Smith as he drops that curveball in right at the top of the zone. And here's former Sawteeth catcher Pex Flexed. Hitting .246 this year with a homer, 10 RBIs. You're down on the first pitch line to third, right at the injured Beefcake, and that ends the inning. To the second, we're down 1-0 after the double by Bash. Colliner, Swolson, and Avalos coming up. Hey, I'm Colliner leading off. Center fielder hitting .404 with 4 homers, 19 RBIs. Changeup drops low, ball 1. Great eye there. Curveball down, pulled in the hole to short. Backhanded by Freeman. Easy throw to first, 1 down. Next up is Sebi Swolson, DH hitting .297 with 5 homers and 12 RBIs. Tier 3 volatile, Tier 2 bad ball hitter active. Heater up and in, that's a strike at the letters, 0-1. The ball low in the dirt, 1-1. Heater middle in, foul back, 1-2. Dribble hangs, turned on by Seb down the left field line. Crikey, that's been sent to the land down under. Zach gets out over the wall there in the corner. Big swing from Seb as it's a short field here in the corners at Golden Field, and we take advantage of that fact. Seb's 6th homer of the year. We're tied up at 1. Next up, Beewolves hitting .326 with a homer and 11 RBIs. Tier 3 high pitch. Looking for another meatball from Mietball. She lived up to her name on that pitch. Change it middle in is a strike. 0-1. Heater down, dump to left center field. That's in the gap over the leaping glove of Freeman. Cut off by Jackson is digging for second as Avalos. He is beating the throw with his great speed. Putting himself in scoring position. 1 down for Charlie freaking Lopez, the old man. Shortstop tense hitting .244 with 3 RBIs. Heater up and in is apparently a strike. That's a friendly call there. 0-1. Heater up and away, number to second. Jumps goes to first with it. 2 down. Is going to third on the plays of Avalos. And here's Maggie Rags, utility player looking to bring him home. Left fielder hitting .233 with 2 RBIs. Change pin there, strike called, 0-1. Checked high on the heater, 1-1. Dribble away, dropper in the hole short. Freeman there, on to first, that ends the inning. Game tied, though, in the home run by Swolson, his 6th of the year. Bottom of the lineup up for the Hot Corners here in the second. Tinklethorpe, Ponderosa, and Freeman. Rookie Karen Tinklethorpe leading off, hitting .308 on the year. He's playing a DH role today. Heater up and in, popped her up. Lopez there at short. He's under it and puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out. Next up, Pooch Ponderosa, the left fielder, hitless on the air. Change it down, misses low, ball 1. Cutter up and away. Line left center field, Rags coming over, cuts it off for a single. Ponderosa on with 1 down. Next up, going to be Wiggles Freeman, the former Moose shortstop, hitting .083 with an RBIs. He's batting 9th today, so it looks like the Hot Corners did change their lineup in between us looking at it at the beginning of the game and afterwards. They just moved some positions around. Tinklethorpe is DHing instead of Mietball. Ponderosa is playing left field. Freeman's still at short. Flex is still catching. Stern has moved over to right field. Bobby Bash is at third. Jumps is at second. Jackson is catch center. And Physique is still at first. Okay. Heater down and into Freeman off the plate. Ball 1. Or ball away. That's a strike at the knees. 1-1. Cut up and in. Sky deep to right center field. Hit pretty well by Freeman, but it's going to run out of juice. Calling her under for the 2nd out of the inning. Runner remains at first for the leadoff hitter, Peak Physique, who singled his first at bat against his old club. Peak was on this team in year 1 and then the beginning of year 2 before we cut him. Heater down, middle of the plate, hit the right center field. He's going to have another base hit here, so it goes to the end of the fence. Connor gets it in the cutoff man. Runner will hold at third. It is a double. Physique 2 for 2. 2 in scoring position here. 2 down for Hieronymus Jackson. He's 0 for 1. Change up and in. High. Ball 1. Slider down and in. Low. 2-0. Heater inside. Ball 3. 3-0. Slider down. That's a strike. 3-1. Curveball up. Whiffed on it. Full count. Put her down and away. Fouled off. Count full still. Heater up and in. Foul back. Count still full. Change it down and in. Ball 4 inside. He walked him. Base is loaded and 2 down for Jeb Jumps. 1 for 1 with a single. He's tense.
Number 36, Jeb Jumps.
Put a ball away on the first pitch. That's a strike on there. 0-1. Forcing me down and in. That's a strike. It's quickly 0-2. Whiffer activates for Jumps. Change it down and away. Outside and low. 1-2. Slider up and in. Holstead a sword. He chased it. Second punch out for Tarak, and he strands the bases loaded. To the third, Kaufman, Watkins, and McStevens coming up. Here's Kaufman 0 for 1 today with a pop out. She's locked in. 0 for 1 today. Curveball hangs on the first pitch, driven down the right field line, slicing into the corner. It's a short wall out there, but Stern is there at the corner to make the catch. One down. Harold Williams up next, 0 for 1 today. Slider way inside, ball 1. Williams takes that heater outside, 2-0. She flew out the right center her first at bat. Heater way, lined at the middle, base hit for Hera. Her first hit today, she's 1 for 2. That's going to put her on for the captain, Beefcake, who doubled his first at bat but pulled his hamstring running to second. So he's injured, but he's still on fire and playing. Tier 3, trying to lead by example as the captain. Heater up, hard grounder in the hole to right field. That's another hit for Beefcake. 2 on, 1 down. Here's Bentley. Hercules 0 for 1. Change up high, misses from ball 1. Change up away, pulled a foul out of play, 0-2. Or 1-1. That heater's outside, 2-1 count to Bentley. Ball up, that's a strike, 2-2. Great pitch. Chased it inside, strike 3. Bad swing on that changeup. First punch out from ball, 2 down for Colliner with RBI hero. He's 0 for 1. Lined out his first at bat. Change up inside, ball 1, good take. Change up low, 2-0. Good hitters count for Colliner. Change up away out in front of it, pulled foul, 2-1, chased it. Slider way inside, it's 3-1 now. Slider up and in, jammed him deep to right field though, but it's going to run out of gas, therefore it is Stern. That ends the inning as we strand 2 in scoring position. Bottom 3, we're tied at 1. Bash, Stern, and Flex coming up. Here's Bobby Bash, 1 for 1 with an RBI double his first at bat. He's locked in. Heater down on the first pitch, taken low, ball 1. Change it down in the way. Bash taking, strike at the knees, 1-1. Cutter up and away. Lined off the end of the bat softly into center field as Bash just stuck his bat out there and poked it up the middle. Second hit today for him. He's 2 for 2. Lead off man on for Casper Stern. He's 0 for 1. Change of middle in on the first one. That's a strike. 0-1. There you go, Tarak. Heater up. Checked high. 0-2 though, as it's called a strike. Slider up and away. Holstered a sword. He chased it outside. Third punch out for Smith. 1 down for Flex. He's 0 for 1. Ball down and in on the first pitch. Sky to right center field. He didn't get a lot of wood on that one. Colliner there. 2 down. Runner has to remain at first. And that is going to bring up Karen Tinklethorpe, the rookie, 0 for 1 day for the DH. Heater up on the first pitch. High, ball 1. Ball down in the way. Lined at the middle. That's a base hit as she times it up. 2 on, 2 down. Hot corner's threatening again. Here comes Ponderosa, 1 for 1 with a single. Slider up and away, check strike, 0-1. That was Pooch's actually first at bat of the season. He's 1 for 1 his first time up. He singled. Change up inside. Line to second, right at Kaufman to end the inning. Tarak strands 2 more to the 4th. Swolson, Navalis, and Lopez coming up. Here's Swolson. He homered his first at bat off ball as he crushed a hanging curve over the left field wall. Slider middle in, jammed at the middle. Diving is Freeman behind the bag. Throw to first. Not in time. Infield single for Swolson. Lead off man on for Avalos. 1 for 1 with the double. Change up in there at the letters. 0-1. Heater up, chased and dumped down the left field line. Base hit for Avalos. First 2 batters reach for the Platypi here in the 4th. We're threatening. There's the old man, Jolly freaking Lopez. He's 0 for 1, and that is going to do it for Bellamy Upball. She goes tense again. They pull her immediately here in the 4th. Out of the bullpen, long reliever Stitch Grapowski with a 10.50 ERA, 2.17 whip, and 13 strikeouts for the former Jacks reliever. Relieving, actually, his old teammate, Bellamy Upball. Bella 3+ innings today, giving up 1 run on 7 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. Both runners on base, her responsibility if they score. Change up in there at the letters, 0-1. Ace Exterminator remains active here, actually activates for Charlie here. Heater low, ball 1 from the A- reliever. Grapowski, of course, has tier 2 elite cutter. There's the cutter, line, foul. Oh, it's a fair ball. Just staying inside the line there. We are going to hold the runners as we had to freeze on that. I really thought that was foul. So base is now loaded for Maggie Rags, 0 for 1 today. Looking to deliver. Grabowski tense. Fork ball down, popped her up. Infield fly called there in front of the plate. Easy handles there for Flexed, 1 down. Grabowski back to neutral. Here's Kaufman, 0 for 2, but locked in still, trying to break through. Cut her down in there at the knees, 0-1. Change up and away, pulled, just foul of the third base side, 0-2. Change away, pulled over third. This time it's a fair ball as it drops in for a hit. 1 run's going to score. A second runner coming around as well. Here's the throw from Ponderosa, cut by Freeman. 2-run single for Kaufman, and we up 3-1 now. Platypi take their first lead of the game. The Wild Games do up next, 1 for 2 with a single. Both those runs are charged to Miette Ball, so that closes the book on her line. Both runners on base now have responsibility of Grabowski. Hera looking for an off-speed pitch to drive. She gets a cutter in there at the knees, 0-1. Beat her up in late swing, it's 0-2. Cut her up, hit it in the hole, short past the diving glove as Freeman was shaded up the middle. Runner around third draws the throw. We will hold. Bases loaded, 1 down. Charlie does not run like he used to in his younger days. Bases loaded for Beefcake. Captain 2 for 2 with the double and a single. High pitch active, ready to rock. Despite being injured, he's fighting through the pain and playing well. Heater up. Ooh, missed it late, 0-1. Got a feel if Beefcake isn't injured, he gets to that one. Cut her up and in. Well, he got to that one. Into the gap it goes, and that's extra bases. 1 hop into the wall. 1 run is in. 2nd run is in. Hera around third. She's going to try and score as well. Freeman's throw home. It is just late. Bases clearing double for Beefcake. It is now 6-3 as the Platypi extend their lead to 5. Bentley up next. He's 0 for 2 today, I believe. Cutter inside, dribbler to third. Bash is got Beefcake in a rundown. And he's going to be tagged out at third for the second out. Fielder's choice for Bentley. He's on at first with 2 down for Connor, facing Arado Grabowski. Throw forkball hangs, and that is popped up into shallow center on the first pitch. Therefore, it is going to be Jackson to end the inning. But the Platypi break it open as we knock Miette Ball out of the game and jump on Grabowski. 6-1 now, bottom 4. Freeman, Physique, and Jackson do up. Smith pitching with his first lead today. Here's Wiggles Freeman, 0 for 1 with a fly out to right center, his first at bat. Sign stealer activated, heater up, checked his swing, it's called a strike, 0-1. Change it down, hit up the middle, and that is a base knock. Freeman on with his first hit. 1 for 2 day for him so far, as that's the leadoff man reaching here in the 4th for the Hot Corners. Here's Pete Physique. Doubled last at bat, he's also singled, he's 2 for 2 today. Ball up and in. Misses inside. Ball 1. Down in the way. Foul back. 1-1. Slider up. High. 2-1. Change it down. Low. 3-1. Cut her down. Chased it. Full count. Heater down and in. Chased it, broken bat dribbler to first. Bentley charges, throw to first. Second gets the lead runner. Charlie back to first, way late. Fielder's choice, 1 down. Physique on for Jackson, 0 for 1 with the walk. Change middle in on the first one. That's a strike, 0-1. Slider at the knees. That is blasted by Jackson. Middle of the zone it goes. Deep left of center. And that is over the seating area there in front of the chain link fence, though. That is a hot can of corn there for the Hot Corners offense as Hieronymus Jackson hits his 6th homer of the year, and that cuts the lead down to 3. It is 6-3. Mistake pitch there at the bottom middle of the zone. Here's Jeb Jumps, 1 for 2 with a single. Yep, dead center right there in bottom of the zone. Timed it up and everything. Forcing her up in the first pitch, Jumps, late swing, fouled off, 0-1. Change it down and in. Check low, 1-1. Cut her down in the way. Low, 2-1. Ball up and away. Skied off the end of the bat by Jumps to right of center. Calling her there. Puts it away for the second out. Next up, Bobby Bash, 2 for 2. RBI single last at bat. No, RBI double his first at bat. He singled last at bat. Heater up on the first pitch. Strike called, 0-1. Change it down in the way. Low, 1-1. Slider up and in. High, 2-1. Cutter middle in. Doors, 2-2. Heater down. Fouled off. Count still 2-2. Heater up. Foul back, 2-2. Change up and in. Sat back and drives it deep left of center. Calling her running out of room. Looking up, and that is long gone. Oh, bounces off the back of the seating area over the wall. And that is another hot can of corn for the Hot Corners offense. It's 6-4 as Bash hits his sixth homer of the year. He's now a triple shy of the cycle. 3 for 3 day for him so far. Couldn't catch a break there. Tried to throw off his timing with the off-speed pitch, and instead he times it up even better than the Heaters. Here's Stern, 0 for 2. Rock now tense, his second homer given up this inning. Heater up and in is inside, ball 1. Slider up and away, check strike, 1-1. Cutter up and away. Doors, 1-2. Heater up and in. Doors, chased it high. Fourth punch out for Smith. That ends the inning. But he gives up 2 homers in the inning as the Hot Corners cut the lead down to 2. It is 6-4 to the 5th. Swolson, Navalos, and Lopez coming up. Swolson leading off. So a single last at bat. He's also at a solo homer. And subbing in relief of Grabowski, young reliever Logan Hornblower. Locked in with a 5.67 ERA, 1.56 whip, and 27 strikeouts. That is the rookie Logan Hornblower. Right-hander sets and fires. Change it down and in for a strike. 0-1. Change it down. Dribbler to third. Easy play for Bobby Bash. 1 down. Next up going to be Bryson Avalos. 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He's locked in today. Heater up and away. Late swing at 100 on the gun. 0-1. Slider up and in. Ripped foul. 0-2. Throw about the knees. Hitting the whole base hit for Avalos into right field. Just past the diving glove of the first baseman. Ball is 3 for 3. Next up, the old man, Charlie freaking Lopez. 1 for 2 with a single last at bat. Ace Exterminator remains active against Hornblower. Pitch out, nothing doing. Screwball in there at the letters. 1-1. Heater up, whiffed on it. 1-2. Heater middle in, jammed soft liner to second. Caught by jumps for the second out. Here's Maggie Rags, 0 for 2 day for the utility player. Popped out with the bases loaded last at bat. Change up inside, ripped foul, 0-1. Chased it, Heater on the pitch out, 0-2. Curveball down, foul back, 0-2. Pick off, nothing doing. The ball is back safely. And they got him on the double pickoff. He's out at second to end the inning. Bottom 5, it's still 6-4. Flex, Tinklethorpe, and Ponderosa due up. Rock will start the inning here. Heater down in the first pitch, low, ball 1. Curveball middle in. Flex lines it to second. Coffin dives just out of her reach into right center for a leadoff single. Connor gets it in. Now he's going to bring up the rookie Tinklethorpe. 1 for 2 with a single last at bat. Change up and in on the first pitch. Ball 1 inside. Pitch 80 from Tarak. Heater down. Doors, 1-1. Slider up and in. Door. Oh, Holst to the sword on that one. 1-2. Curveball down and in. Holst taken low. 2-2. Cutter away. Outside. 3-2. Heater up. Chased it. Foul back. Now remains full. Change it down and in. Holder. Holst to the sword. 5th punch out for Smith. 1 down for Ponderosa. 1 for 2 with a single. Slider at the knees on the first pitch. Dribbled foul behind the plate. 0-1. Forcing him down and in. Jammed Salo left field. That's another base hit for Ponderosa. He's 2 for 3 today. 2 on, 1 down, and that's going to do it for Tarak. We're going to the pen. 4 1/3 for him today. He's in line for the He's in line for a no decision. He didn't reach the 5-inning mark, but both runners on base his responsibility. And, of course, both our long players are gassed. So we're going to go to rookie Ethan Freehold here first. See if the rookie can get it done here. Choker activated at Tier 2 for Freeman. Heater down and away. Soft line to the short, right at Charlie holding the runner, 2 down. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Peak Physique, 2 for 3 with the double into single. Change it down and in on the first pitch, out in front of it, 0-1, fooled him. Forcing him down in the way. Line to the gap, right center field, and that's going to bring home at least 1 runner. Runner gets to it as quick as he can, gets it in. Second runner will hold. RBI double. It's 6-5. That run's charged to Smith. And here's Jackson, who homered last at bat, driving in 2. He's also walked. Slider up in the first pitch. That's a strike. 0-1. Change it down in the way. Dribbler back to Freehold. He'll throw to first, and that'll end the inning. Great job, Rook. Only gave up the 1 inherited runner. 6-5, though. Hot corners back within a run. Rags, Kaufman, and Mo Williams coming up. There's Maggie, 0 for 2 today. Screwball at the knees, hitting the hole. Diving stop by Physique. Flipped the hornblower in time. 1 down. Nice play. There's Kaufman. 2-run single last at bat. She's 1 for 3 and locked in still. Change up in there at the letters. 0-1. Change it down. Ripped foul early. 0-2. Chased it high. Strike 3. First punch out for hornblower. 2 down for Williams. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Peter down. Lined at the middle on the first pitch. Nice swing, Hera. Little 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. That's going to bring up Beefcake. 3 for 3 day. Bases clearing double last at bat. He's also hit another double and a single. Peter up, late swing, 0-1. Slider away, poked to left field. Hangs up, though, for Ponderosa to end the inning. Bottom 6 at 6-5. Jumps, Bash, and Stern do up. There's Jeb Jumps, 1 for 3 of the single. Forcing him up and away. Strike call, 0-1. Slider down and away. Checked outside, 1-1. Change up and in. Out inside, 2-1. Peter middle in. Hard grounder at the first base line. Past the diving Bentley into the corner. Follows, plays the carom correctly, gets it in. So it'll be just a single for Jumps. Lead off man on, though, in the 6th for the Hot Corners. Here's Bash. 2-run homer last at bat, or solo homer last at bat. He's also had an RBI double and a single. He's a triple shy of the cycle today. Forcing him down in the way. Fouled off, 0-1. Peter down and in. Ball 1 inside. 1-1 count. Slider down. Just low. 2-1. Change it down and away. Chased it. Fouled off. 2-2. Peter up and in. Popped up foul by first. Bentley makes the catch. 1 down. Next up, Stern 0 for 3 today, and he's frustrated. Change up on the first pitch. Fouled off. That actually hit low, apparently. 0-1. Peter up and in. Doors, 0-2. Slider up and away. Skied to right center. Colliner on the run. Slides, and he makes the nice catch. Throw to first. Gonna double him off as Bentley covers. You love to see it as Colliner makes a hero diving slide to take away a hit and also double off a base runner to the 7th. Bentley, Colliner, and Swolson coming up. Here's Bentley, 0 for 3 today. Changed down, pulled foul, 0-1, chasing it. Curveball down, popped him up, foul. Easy play for Flexed, and that makes Bentley 0 for 4. Next up, Colliner, he's 0 for 3 as well. Down and in, chased it, 0-1. Screwball up, foul back, 0-2. Chased it inside, strike 3. Second punch out for Hornblower. 2 down for Swolson, 2 for 3. Solo homer and a single. Peter way high, ball 1. Peter up, chased it, 1-1. Peter down, line to first, right at Physique, 1-2-3 inning. Bottom 7 at 6-5. Flex, Tinklethorpe, and Ponderosa do up. Peter down and in, taking low, ball 1. Slider up. Flex rockets that deep right center field, and that's going to tie the game up. Another hot can of corn for the Hot Corners offense as that hits off the back of the seating area. One hops into the netting. Home run for Flex, his second of the year, and they've come all the way back. It is now 6-6. 5 unanswered runs here for the Hot Corners offense on 3 home runs. Here's Tinkledorp, 1 for 3 with a single. Heater down and away. Blasted deep left field, Rags at the wall. Makes the catch on the liner, 1 down. Next up, Ponderosa, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Pinch hitting for him, though, is Nora Holmes. Utility player 10, sitting 156 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Here's the change up away, pulled foul, 0-1. Heater down and in, low, 1-1. Slider down, low, 2-1. Change it down and in, low and inside from Freehold, 3-1. Heater away, ball 4, first walk for him today. Holmes reaches, and here's Freeman, 1 for 3 with a single, choker activates. We're going to the bullpen, and we're going to go Al Sorelli here with reverse splits. Going to try and slam the door. Choker and reverse splits both active now against Freeman. Forkball down in the way on the first pitch from Sorelli. Tropper to second. Coffin backhands the second one. Charlie to first. Double play. Love to see it. And that ends the inning as Sorelli throws 1 pitch and gets the double play ball. But the Hot Corners tied up on another home run. This time it's Pex Flex going yards. 6-6 to the 8th. Avalos, Lopez, and Rag coming up. Got a slugfest going on here, and it's a short park, man. Yep. Hey, one boy, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Hopefully your Thanksgiving was well. Yeah, it's not gone well. We had a 6-1 lead, and we pissed it away. Ball down and in. Misses ball 1. Heater's away. That's a strike. 1-1. Heater up. Missed it by Avalos. 1-2. Heater up. Sky to left center field. Hit pretty well by Avalos. That will get down in front of Holmes. 4th hit today for Bryson. His 3rd single. It was, and now I'm fat and tired. I understand. Charlie up 1 for 3 with a single, and coming in out of the bullpen, the 3rd reliever out of the pen for the Hot Corners today, Taylor McWales, former Moonstars reliever with Tier 2 durable. ERA just above 3, whip above 1, and a 28 strikeout total for McWales. Not bad. Solid pitching from Hornblower today. Rookie did well. Heater away, strike call to 1. In there on the 2-seamer. Great pitch, 0-2. Curveball away, hit off the end of the bat, soft line to the second. Jumps, flip the second one. Freeman to first, not in time. Fielder's choice. Next up, Maggie Rags. She's 0 for 3 today. Heater up, foul back, 0-1. Heater up and in, dribbler to short. Diving is Freeman up the middle. Flip the second, still gets Charlie, but that's fielder's choice. 2 down for Kaufman, 1 for 4 with the 2-run single earlier. Heater up, ball 1 from Rick Wales. Down in the way, Heater. 2-0 count to Kaufman. Heater down in the way, Nubber to second, slow roller for jumps. Throw to first, just gets Kaufman to end the inning. Bottom 8, we're still tied at 6. Physique, Jackson, and Jumps do up against Sorelli. There's Physique, 3 for 4 today. 2 doubles, a single, and an RBI. He got stimulated, of course, Physique did. And he's locked in to boot. Ball up, check strike, 0-1. Got lucky there. Slider down, that's hit up the middle, base hit. Leadoff single for Physique. He's on, and he's ready to run. Here's Jackson, 1 for 3, 2-run homer and a walk. He's locked in as well. Pick off first, and we got him in a rundown. Here we go. Kaufman going to tag him out for the first out of the inning. Good read there on the pickoff. Here inside, jammed at the middle at second. Kaufman dives at the middle, knocks it down. Throw to first, not in time. Infield single for Jackson, and here's Jumps, 2 for 4 with 2 singles today. Still tense. Sorelli no longer locked in. Work ball down and in. Just low, ball 1. First split's active. The ball away. Ball 2. Heater down in the way. That's a strike, 2-1. Slider inside. Hard grounder in the hole. And that is a base hit. Bentley was stuck holding the runner. First and second, 1 down for Bobby Bash. He's a triple shy of the cycle. Solo homer, RBI double, and a single today. He's locked in. Rally stopper activates for Sorelli. Heater away on the first pitch. That's a ball. 1-0. Work ball down and in. Whiffed on it. 1-1. Heater down and away. Doors. 1-2. Heater down and away. Low. Does not chase. 2-2. Slide it down and away. Chases that one, but he hits it in the hole between first and second where no one's standing. Base is loaded. 1 down. That's going to put all the pressure on Stern. 0 for 4. First pitch curveball down and in. Suicide squeeze. It's foul. See if he does it again. You're up and in. That's a strike. 0-2. He will not. Play him back. Back to double play depth, please. Slide up and away. Holstered a sword. He chased it for punch out for Sorelli. 2 down. And here's Flex. 2 for 4. Solo homer last at bat. He's also singled. He's locked in. Reverse splits. Rally stopper. Both active. Slider inside. Ball 1. Heater down and away. Line to short. Charlie there. Picks it off the dirt. And that's going to be a 1-2. That's going to end the inning as we strand the bases loaded. Good pitching out. To the 9th. The Williams, McStevens, and Bentley coming up. The Williams leads off, 3 for 4 with 3 singles today. Heater in there, strike called at the knees from McWales, 0-1. Heater down, line to left field, a leadoff single for Hera, another hit for her. She's on to start the inning for the injured captain, Beefcake McStevens. He doubled in the first inning and pulled his hamstring, sliding into second. But he stayed in the game, he singled and then hit a bases clearing double. 3 for 4 today, last up he lined out to left field. Heater up line through the middle, another hit for the captain. He's 4 for 5. First and second, nobody out. And here's Bentley, 0 for 4 today. Struck out once, and coming out of the bullpen, young closer, Iceman Bowen. 1.62 ERA, 0.78 whip, and 13 strikeouts as he takes over on the mound. 23-year-old's going to look to slam the door. Only other reliever left in the bullpen is Amazo Hayes, who is basically rested. On fire but hurting is DH. No, he is third. Swolson is DHing. We did sign Bentley, yep. Big spot, big spot. We signed him at the end of last episode, at the end of the 5-game marathon. We signed him, and we also signed Latoya Lumberg. She replaces Seth Dubs in the starting rotation. Because Dubs is an effing disappointment. Hold up. Here we go. I left after game 2. You are correct. We played 5 games. There's 5 games left in the season now. Yeah, I'll give you a quick rundown. You're saying you played 5 effing games? Yes, so you saw the end of the first game where the wild pitch, you clipped that, put it on Reddit. We then won the second game against the Jacks, which you saw with the complete game shutout. We then played a third game against the Grapplers. We went down 4-0. Then we rallied back with 7 unanswered runs to win 7-5. And then we lost the follow-up game after that 12-3, at which point I cut Dubs. So technically last episode we played 3.5 games. But we have 5 games left. We're hoping to play all 5 tonight. We'll see. Dude! Yes, I'm a madman indeed. The fuck? Hold up. This is good stuff right here. I might need to make some coffee. 5 games? I mean, maybe. More than likely it'll be 2 or 3, and then we play the other 2 later. Oh, God, this is game 1? Oh, God, God help me. I'll try. Back at it, shall we? Bases loaded for 2 on, nobody out for Bentley. He's 0 for 4 today with a strikeout, coming in against the fresh closer, Iceman Bowen. Curveball in there at the knees, 0-1. Heater up, chased it high, 0-2. Chased it inside, another punch out for Bentley. He's 0 for 5 today. First punch out for Bowen. Here's Colliner, 0 for 4 with RBI here. 1 down, 2 on. Dribble up. That's apparently a strike. Apparently. 0-1. Heater down and in. Broken bat dribbler to second. Jumps to second 1. Freeman to first. That's a double play. That ends the inning. God, we suck. Bottom 9. Tinklethorpe, Holmes, and Freeman look to win it. There's the rookie Tinklethorpe. Reverse splits active against her. Has 1 hit today. Heater up and away. Ball 1. Work ball down and in. Whiffed on it. 1-1. Slider down and away. Fouled off. 1-2. Rip it indoors. Second punch out for Sorelli. 1 down for Holmes. Walked as a pinch hitter. Currently tense. Here's with curveball at the knees. Fouled off. 0-1. Heater down and away. Low. 1-1. Work ball down. Fouled back. 1-2. Slider up and away. Fouled off. Still 1-2. Heater up. High. 2-2. Ball down and away. Hard hit and hold a short. Backhanded by Charlie cleanly to first. 2 down. Base is empty for Freeman. 1-4 with a single. Pinch hitting for him is Smokey Ash. Backup third baseman. Tier 2 volatile active. It's a righty, so that deactivates reverse splits. Still facing a locked-in Sorelli, though. Slider up and away to Smokey. Ball 1 outside. Heater down and in. Fouled off. 1-1. Throw ball away. Doors. Well, holster the sword, really. 1-2. Work ball down and away. Fouled off. Chased it, but stays alive. Heater up and in. Inside. 2-2. Just missed. Slider down and away. Low. 3-2. Heater down. Checked ball 4. Of course he takes. Why wouldn't he swing, you know? He was only down 0-2 in the count. Here's peak physique. Stimulated. 4 for 5. 2 doubles, 2 singles, and an RBI. Slider down and away in the first pitch. Low. Ball 1. Heater down and in. 2-0. Work ball down and away. Check strike. 2-1. Nice pitch. Ball down and away. Nubber in front of the mound. Sorelli off. Bare hands to first. That ends the inning. Sending it to extras. Good pitching, Al. Why the fuck would they not chase? What pressure to the AI exactly? Top 10. Swolson of Allison. Lopez due up. Ghost runner at second is Colliner. Swolson 2 for 4. He's homered and singled today. He is locked in still. Ash subs in at third. Then moves Bobby Bass to shortstop after he pinch hit for Freeman. Bowen locked in. Throw ball in there at the knees. Nice pitch. 0-1. Chased it low. 0-2. Heater down and in. Pulled by Swolson to left field. That's going to get down in front of Holmes for a base hit. Colliner's going to score easily from second base. RBI knock for Swolson. His second run driven in today. It is 7-6. We have our lead. Next up is Avalos. Look to add on. 4 for 4 with the double. 3 singles. Bowen no longer locked in. Heater down. Line to the gap. Right center field. Extra bases for Avalos as that's going to roll to the fence and Swolson can fly. Stern just got there. He gets it to the cutoff man. Avalos holds it second. Physique relay home, not in time. It's an RBI double. It's 8-6. Here's the old man, Charlie freaking Lopez. 1 for 4 with a single. Ace Exterminator active. Throw ball away. Poked off the end of the bat behind short. Bash runs it down in the outfield for the first out. Here's Rags, 0 for 4 today. Pinch hitting for her off the bench. We're going to go ahead and hand it to Cuffingham. Compact's righty active, hitting .338 with 2 homers, 10 RBIs. Dribble up, misses high. Ball 1. Heater up and away. Poke down the left field line. That's going to be a bloop base hit, dropping it in front of Holmes. Runner scores from second. It is 9-6 Platypi as we get our third run. There's Kaufman, 1 for 5, 2-run single earlier. Throw up and in, ripped up the line. Fair ball past the diving glove of Ash into the corner in left field. Throw from Holmes going to third, not in time. Double for Kaufman. She's 2 for 6. Defense does matter indeed. Here's O'Williams, 4 for 5 with 4 singles, locked in today, and that'll do it for Bowen. Out of the bullpen, the final reliever in the hot corners pen, and it's Amazo Hayes. .371 ERA, 131 WHIP, 23 strikeouts, and Tier 2 reverse splits active. Change up, ripped foul by Hara out in front of it, 0-1. That's a heater, good pitch, 0-2. Oh, what a pitch on that changeup, man, it fooled me. 2 down. Here's McStevens on fire, looking to put it to bed, high pitch active. And they're going to walk him, I don't blame you. And they're going to pitch to Bentley, 0 for 5 today. Pinch hitting off the bench, Velo Haiwanasi as he's going to play left field. Cuffing will move over to first. Let's see if we get a fastball. That's a curveball, good pitch away, 0-1. Curveball misses outside, 1-1. Slider away, Haiwanasi skies at the right center field. That's going to hang up, and we're going to strand the bases loaded. But at least we get 3. Damn, let the fat man play! Bottom 10, it's 9-6. Jackson jumps and bash coming up. All right, we're going to the pen. We're going to go to Sorelli. Or not Sorelli, Corral. He's locked in. He's our best rested reliever left. He's also locked in. That kind of helps. Ghost runner at second, I believe, is Physique. Yes, it is Physique. Okay. So he could fly. First pitch from Corral. Heater down in the way. His line to first. Past the diving Cuffing. That's a fair ball up the line, and that's going to get the Ghost runner home immediately. Follows, juggles it in the corner, but gets it in. It's still a RBI double. Okay, so no matter the ego with the bases loaded, if you can get the AI to 3 balls, it comes down the middle. Okay, fair enough. Jumps 3 for 5, 3 singles, tense. Ground no longer locked in. Ball down in the way. Dropped low, ball 1. Slider down and in. Chopper to second, Kaufman there. Backhands to first, 1 down. Runner to third. Here's Bash, 4 for 5. He's a triple shot of the cycle still. 2 singles. Homer and a double. He's driven in 2 runs today. Heater down. Ball 1 low. Slider down and in. That's a strike. 1-1. There we go. Heater up and in. Way inside. Almost decked him. 2-1. The ball from away. Pulled deep to left field. Haiwanasi looks up. It's out of reach, and that is gone. Hot can of corn for the Hot Corners as Bash hits his 2nd homer of the game, and we're tied at 9. Want to fucking scream. Here's Stern, 0 for 5. Well, can't wait to walk off and lose this one. Chopper to first on the first pitch, right at Cuffing. That's 2 down. And here's Flex, 2 for 5, solo homer and a single. Ball inside, ripped to first. Cuffing dives out of a reach, a base hit into right field. Winning run on for the Hot Corners. All they need is a double. When you say it like that, you are going to lose. Come on, calm down. Why? Here's Tinklethorpe, 1 for 5, the single. All right, come on. Well, that was a bad pitch. Thank you, Hara, for saving me on that one. Okay. 1-0 pitch. Curveball down in the way. That's low. 2-0. Rider inside. There we go. 2-1. Heater up and away. 3-1. Heater middle in. Dribbler to short. Charlie there on a hop. Throw to first. That ends the inning. We ain't no effing freebooters. All right. To the 11th. We're tied at 9 because we blew a 3-run lead. Yay. Calling her 0 for 5 today. RBI hero activates as the runner at second is Haiwanasi. Heater up. Late swing. Fouled back. 0-1. Heater up. Poke to right field. That is going to drop in and base for a base hit in front of Stern. We will hold at third because Casper has a good arm. Runners at the corners for Swolson. Locked in. RBI single last at bat. He's also had a solo homer and singled earlier. Slider up and in. Nice pitch. 0-1. Infield in for the Hot Corners. Heater up and in. Blasted by Swolson deep to center. That is going to be deep enough to score the runner. Jackson makes the catch, and that is a sac fly. Tagging is Haiwanasi. It is 10-9. Here's Bryson, 5 for 5, 2 doubles, 3 singles, a run driven in. He's locked in, but our reverse split's active against him here. Way high change, ball 1. Heater middle in, hit well to center field, but right at Jackson. He barely had to move. 2 down. Come on, we can do it. Here's Charlie. Old man 1 for 5 with a single. Change away outside for a strike. 0-1, apparently. It's not a strike. Curveball in there at the knees. That was a strike. 0-2. Change away, fouled off. 0-2. Heater down in the way, dribbler to second, jumps to first. That ends the inning, so we only get the ghost runner home. Need to be perfect here in the 11th. Holmes, Ash, and Physique coming up. I don't like any of these options. But you know what? We got to do it. Anita Bean's coming in for the save. Let's go, Anita. She's locked in already, so coming in. That does take the mojo penalty, but it goes down to neutral, not tense. So she keeps her ratings where they are, and she's mostly rested. Come on. Let's do it. You see him up on the first pitch. Blasted left center field, calling her on the run. It's going to hit over his head, and that's going to get the ghost runner home immediately on the single. We're tied at 10 again. 1 pitch in. God, I hate this fucking game. Here's Ash. Get her down. Chopper through the legs of Bean. 2 pitches, 2 hits. And she's tense. Perfect. So that was a waste of a strategic move. Here's Physique. He's looking to win it. 4 for 6 day for Peak. Curveball down in the way is popped up to left field. I want to see in. Takes away for the first out. There's Jackson. He's now a triple shy of the cycle. 3 for 5 day. Also walked. Heater inside. Strike called. 0-1. Slider down, in the dirt, 1-1. You see him with the knees. Fouled off. 1-2. Heater down and in. Dribbler back to Bean. Throw to second. 1. Kaufman to first. Double play. Love to see it. Way to go, Anita. To the 12th. We're tied at 10. Kaufman, and Williams coming up. Here's Cuffingham. 1 for 1 with an RBI single today. Contact is ready. Remains active against Hayes. Ball in there at the letters. 0-1. Nice pitch. Chased it. 0-2. Ball down and in. Turned on by Cuffingham, but pulled foul. That had home run distance almost. 0-2. Ball down. Pulled in the hole to first and second. Backhanded by Physique. Flipped to Hayes in time. 1 down. Runner to third, though. Pitchers need to lock in, indeed. Kaufman locked in. 2 for 6. RBI double last at bat. Or 2-run single earlier. She's also doubled today. Checked inside on the heater. Ball 1. That's high on the change. 2-0. Heater up. Blasted by Kaufman. Deep to right center field. Carrying well. Crikey. It's been sent to the land down under. Home run for Kitty. I think it's her 3rd of the year. No, it's her 1st. Wow. Okay. 12-10. We have the lead. Again. Here's Williams, 4 for 6 today with 4 singles, as Hayes now tense. Change up and away, pulled, poked to right field, Stern in, slides, nice catch, 2 down. Great to not learn to good pitch. Here's McStevens, 4 for 5 day, he was intentionally walked last time up. It's on fire. Heater up, dumped to first, easy catch for Physique though to end the inning. Bottom 12, we're up 2, jumps, Bash, and Stern do up. Jumps 3 for 6 today with 3 singles. Heater down, just low. Ball 1. Curveball down and in. Ripped foul. Thank God. 1-1. Runner at second is Jackson, Hieronymus. Two-seamer inside. 2-1. Four-seamer up and away. That's a strike. 2-2. There we go. Whiffer activates for jumps. Slider down and away. Host of the sword. First punch out for Bean out of the pen. 1 down. Here's Bobby Bash. He's on fire. 5 for 6 today. 2 homers, a double, 2 singles. He's driven in 4. Heater down, ball 1. Two-seamer down and in. There's a strike, 1-1. Heater up and away. Check strike, 1 and 2. Two-seamer down and away. Popped up off the end of the bat behind second. Kaufman, shallow right center, is under it. Puts it away for the second out. Hot Corners down to their last out. It's Casper Stern. He's 0 for 6 today.
Number 22, Casper Stern.
First pitch slider up and away. That's a strike. 0-1. Two-seamer up and away. Doors. 0-2. Heater up and in. High. 1 and 2. He does not chase. The ball up and in. Foul back. That dripped low. 1-2. Heater up. Fouled off. Still 1 and 2. Slide up and away. Outside. 2-2. Two-seamer up and in. Ball 3. Why is he not swinging? Full count. Heater up and away. Ball 4. How do you not swing at that? Flexed up 3 for 6. Solo homer. 2 singles.
Now base running.
Pinch running Bobby Odor at first with Steeler. Two-seamer away. Sign Steeler activated. Hit and hold a second. Kaufman dives. Smothers it. Throw to first. And we win. Thank God. All right, well, we blew a 5-run lead. We then blew a 3-run lead. Blew a 1-run lead. And then we finally won. Okay. 12-10 win in 12 innings. We should not have had to work this hard to beat the worst team in the league. Seriously. 12-10 the final. Kaufman has the go-ahead game-winning homer there in the 12th inning, driving in 4 runs today. McStevens had 3 driven in despite pulling his hamstring. Swolson, 3 runs driven in today. He had a sac fly, RBI single, solo homer. Avalos had an RBI double. Cuffingham had an RBI pinch hit single. And then on the other side, home run for Jackson, 2 homers for Bobby Bash, a homer for Flexed, RBI for Holmes, and an RBI for Physique. Pitching lines, winning pitcher Anita Bean, 2 innings in relief out of the pen. She actually has to start next game, so this should be fun. 2 hits, a walk, a strikeout. She improves to 3-3 on the year. And on the other side, Hayes takes a loss, 2 2/3, 2 hits, an earned run, a walk, a strikeout, a homer. He falls to 1-1. Bobby Bash, player of the game, going 5 for 7, a triple shy of the cycle, driving in 4 runs today on 2 homers. Hieronymus Jackson was triple shy of the cycle as well. He drove in 3 runs. He also walked. And Kitty Kaufman, 3 for 7 day, driving in 4, 2 on a single, and 2 on a home run, which was the game winner. Player of the game, that's it actually. Okay, perfect. Holy hell. Well, that's 1 game in the books, folks. We got 4 more to go. Holy frickin' Toledo. All right, who's going to take the penalty? Bentley. He's a temporary fix. Squelch wants a new face for the Tropical Swamp campaign. Who do you suggest, Bobbert or Hiwanesi? Bobbert. He's got a future. All right, looking around the league. Ooh, Rig Corral got K Collector. He's up to a B. Let's go, Rig. Atta boy. Chance to get injury prone for freehold. That's dumb. Charlie lost his secondary position, so he now only plays shortstop as he continues to regress. He is now down to a B-. So we watch the old man wither away to nothing. Gibbs Frauser released by the Nemesis for Turbo Miles. That's it. Okay. All right. The old man. Yes, emphasis on old. All right, well, let's sim up to the next one here. We got 11 games to get through. Nemesis lose. That's good for us. Brings them a little bit closer. Moose lose to the Beewolves. Not ideal, so we stay 2 games back in 4th place. Heaters then win, shockingly. Jacks beat the Buzzards. That's not good for us. Moonstars win. Grapplers win. That's really bad. Wild Pigs beat the Blowfish. Wild Pigs lose to the Wide Loads, so the Wide Loads move into first. They're move a half game back now, so everyone in our division now starts winning. Crocs win. Nemesis win. That's even better. Okay, so here's how it stands with 4 games left. We are 2 games out of the division title. 5 teams have 16 wins or more, and we're sitting at 14 and 14. Basically, the situation is this. If we do not win our last 4 games in a row, we are not making the playoffs. That is the situation we find ourselves currently in. Yep, because now everyone's going to start winning. Next up, we played the division-leading Beewolves. Of course we do. Okay, well, this is going to determine it right here. This is the season right here. And Bean is coming in tired because I had to use her in relief. Yep. Yep. It's stacking against us. All right, I need to make a roster move. So what I've determined is that Trocksmith does not have what is necessary to be in the playoffs. And I need a starter for today's game. So I'm going to go bring in a starting pitcher. And we are going to rock with Vern frickin' Turnburner. He's coming in. We're going to get rid of Tarak, and we're still going to have money to spend, too. Doesn't change our chemistry fixes at all. We're still staying at Tier 3 discipline, so that's good. We will lose a scholarly trait, and I think we gain a scholarly trait, so no harm there in the trait department either. So Turnburner is coming in. He is starting today's game in Game 1 against the Beewolves. Because I know Bean is going to be tired. I want her to pitch Game 2. Then that'll move Nick Dieguez back in the rotation as well. He'll pitch Game 3. Lumberg will pitch the season finale. Perfect. Yeah, this is getting really, really weird. But trust me, there's a method to my madness. We also want to sign a reliever probably. So our bullpen's probably gassed to high heaven. But there are no good relievers, so I'll stick with what I got. Thanks. Let's get Blammo. I actually want to get Blammo. My plan is to get Blammo, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. Because I don't think we have the money to do it. I think that's the problem. There he is, Blammo. How high does the money need to be? It needs to be higher than Beefcake. We definitely do not have the money to go get Blammo. I would love to get Blammo. Because I was originally going to get him, and then I thought about it, and I realized I need a starting pitcher for today's game. So it's going to be Turnburner because Bean is not fully rested, and I need her fully rested. So she's going to pitch Game 2 against the Beewolves because we play a doubleheader against them. So Turnburner pitches, then Bean, then Dieguez, and then Lumberg. Man, our bullpen is shot. Jesus Christ, we suck. Yeah, we do. I really want to get Blammo. I would love to get Blammo, but I don't have the money right now. He needs to come down a little bit. Especially since I just spent all that money on Turnburner. I bet you had I not gotten Turnburner, I probably could have afforded him. Alright, so we can continue to save up for this one for Avalos, because we got 2 games on it. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That was the plan. So no rush. Let's do it. Alright, so Bean is not pitching this game. Turnburner is. So Vern, get down here. You're going to play. Alright. Let's just set the lineup here. They are taking Beef out because he is injured, and it's not a DH league. So Turnburner pitches. Kaufman is going to be here. Yeah. Charlie at shortstop. Hawagliam's on the bench. She's tired. Yep. I'm seeing what's happening here, and that's basically what we got to deal with. And, of course, we're on the road, too, so this is going to be fun. Alternates for them. Wheels, Michaels, Godsendez, Kingman, Chris Moore, Royds, Bukaleg, and Bender. Early Bender. All right, let's do it. Turnburner versus Bender. Here we go. Game 2 of the episode, folks. This episode right here could determine the fate of our season. This game right here could do it. Because I think we need to win out, or at least win 3 out of 4 to make the playoffs with 4 games left. Now, if we win against the Beewolves, that's good for us because this will create a 3-game tie atop the division, and we will be a game behind it. So if we win this game right here, Beewolves fall to 16 and 13. They're in a 3-way tie with the Wide Loads and the Grapplers, and we are sitting at 15 and 14, 1 game behind them. Oh, it's coming down to the wire. Let's go, Kitty. Start it off. Locked in. Bender, of course, has the elite curveball trait, and he has rally stopper when more than one runner gets on. He's having a great year again, as the ace should. Evens it up at 1 there. Slider away, hitting the whole base hit for Coffin as she goes with the pitch into right field. Good start. Here's Crowds, inside pitch active. Put all the way outside. Ball 1. Cutter up and away, whiffed on it. 1-1. Crowd sat out the first game of the episode. Change up, blooped into right field. That's a soft line, looping base hit into right. 2 on, nobody out. Good start for the Platypi here in the first. Seb up next, locked in. He drove in 3 runs in the first game this episode, including hitting his 6th homer of the year. Rally stopper activates for Bender. Ball down and in, low and inside. Ball 1. Cutter up, ooh, late. 1-1, nice pitch. Cutter up, foul back, 1-2. Come on, Sebi. Oh, nice pitch up and in. I was looking outside. First punch out for Bender. Here's Colliner with RBI hero. Slider then rope foul, out of play, 0-1. Even down and in, swung over it, 0-2. Changed up and in, popped him up. Infield fly called for as Bender stays on the mound to make the catch, 2 down. Here's Camilla, hitting .342 with 2 homers, 11 RBIs, 1 for 2 off the bench last game, driving in a run. Peter away, line to left field, that's a base hit. Kaufman around third, she's going to draw the throw from Bukaleg. Here's the throw, not in time. RBI single for cuffing him, it's 1-0 Platypi. Anybody else in this lineup, we do not run. Kaufman's the only exception there. Here's Avalos. 5 hits in the first game for Avalos, he went 5 for 6. Curve up and in, strike call to 1. He drove in 1 run. Ooh, missed timed that, 0-2. Cutter up, dribbler to second, knocks there to first, that ends the inning. We do get a run though. Cuffingham has a 2-out single, bottom 1. Knox, Michaels, and Godsenda is coming up. Here's Freddie Knox, second baseman, hitting .243 with 3 RBIs, starting against Vern Turnberner, former Moonstars pitcher. Vern was literally just signed here before this game. He's 0-4 on the year with a .684 ERA, a .163 whip, 21 runs given up, 20 earned in 7 appearances, 6 of them starts, 26 in the third innings, 32 hits, 11 walks, 30 strikeouts, 5 homers, a hit batsman, a batting average against a .288. Vern had a horrible year this year, but maybe a change of scenery will, make him perform. We signed him because Anita Bean pitched in relief in the first game this episode, getting the win out of the bullpen. But because she pitched, she's not fully rested for the start. So to counteract that, we went ahead and proactively signed Turnberner to replace Tarak Smith, who clearly wasn't playoff ready. And he's going to start today, moving Bean back into the next game to be the starter, and then Dieguez will move back a start as well, leaving Lundberg to pitch the regular season finale. Peter down on the first pitch from Turnberner, in there at the knees, 1-1 on the gun. He has Tier 2 elite changeup as his trait. Slider up in. Popped up, shallow right field. Avalos in. Calling for it. Puts it away, 1 down. Next up, Bloop Michaels, former Wild Pig shortstop. Bad ball hitter active, hitting .246 with 4 RBIs. Slider down and in. Ball 1 inside. Screwball down and away. Hitting the hole to second, slow roller. Kaufman cuts it off. Throw to first. 2 down. Next up is third baseman Devin Godsenda, who was brought over from the Grapplers, playing a backup position today. Hitting .324 on the year with 6 homers, 16 RBIs. First pitch changeup inside, ball 1. Peter up and away. Outside, 2-0. Screwball down and away. Strike, 2-1. There we go. Slider up and in. Popped him up. Turn burner off the mound there in front of first base. Puts it away. 1-2-3 inning for Vern in his Platypi debut. To the second, it's 1-0. Bentley, Lopez, and turn burner coming up. Bentley hitting .250 with a homer, 4 RBIs. He went 0 for 5 in the first game of the episode, striking out twice. Either way, ball 1 facing Bender. Curveball middle in, poked foul, 1-1. Heater up, hit well by Bentley to right center field, and maybe if he wasn't tense, he probably gets a hit off that. Instead, it's an easy fly for Magic Moore in center, 1 down. Charlie freaking Lopez, the old man, up next. He has regressed down, as he should be a B-. He's listed as a B right now. Because he lost his backup position, he can now only play shortstop. He no longer knows how to play second base. So he is incorrectly listed overall. He is actually a B-. Curve up and in is a strike, 0-1. Peter Whaley's swing, 0-2. Slider away, poked in the hole to short, backhanded by Michaels, throw to first, 2 down. Base is empty for Vern Turnburner, the pitcher, hitless on the air. First bat of the year on our side. Heater up and away, ball 1. Curveball whiffed on it, 1-1. Turnburner on the season has batted 3 times in his 2 games he's played against mega teams. Heater whiffed on it, 1-2. Heater down and then bloop to right field. That's down for a base hit, and Turnburner has his first hit of the season. Nice job, Vern. He's on with 2 down in the second. Flipping the lineup back to Kaufman. 1-1 with a single and a run scored. She's locked in. Curveball hangs on the first pitch, driven to center on the line. Hanging up though for Moore. That ends the inning. Bottom 2, Kingman, Royds, and Moore coming up. Here's Kobe Kingman. He's on fire. First baseman hitting .324 with 13 home runs and 27 RBIs. He's on an absolute freaking tear right now. Holy moly. First pitch change up, down. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Heater up and away. Doors, 0-2. Heater up and in. High, 1-2. Screwball down and away. Check low, 2-2. He almost chased it. Slider down and in. Holster the sword. First punch out for Turnburner. Next up, Royds. Ella Royds, former Wideloads catcher. Hitting .284 with 5 homers, 10 RBIs. Turnburner locked in already. Screwball away on the first pitch. Foul back, 0-1. Slider up and in. Ball 1 inside. Heater up and away. Outside, 2-1. Take it down and in. Ooh, almost hit her and then foot, 3-1. Ella manages to dance out of the way of that one. Either way, blooper to right center field, hanging up for Avalos. Puts it away, 2 down. Next up, Magic Moore, center fielder hitting .264 with a homer, 14 RBIs. Eater down the middle. Chopper to first. Bentley there. Takes it himself. 1-2-3 inning for Turnburner. Hey, go Vern. To the third. Crowds, Swolson, and Colliner coming up. There's Rory Crowds, 1-1 with a single today. Chased cutter high out of the zone, 0-1. Curveball away, blooped off the end of the bat up the middle, diving off the glove of Knox into center field. Single for Crowds, he's 2 for 2. Leadoff man on. And here's Swolson, 0 for 1 today.
Number 99, Seb Swolson.
Heater down and then whiffed on it, 0-1. Heater up and away, hit well by Seb, deep to right field, carrying well, but back at the warning track there to make the catches. Windy Wheels, 1 down. 1 down, runner at first for Colliner. He's 0 for 1 today.
Number 51, Am Colliner.
Heater up, line back into Furley Bender. He's down, and it's an infield single for Colliner. We need to check him. Is he all right? Probably not. Cuffing him 1 RBI single her first at bat, and Bender caught that off his arm. He got it up just in time to avoid his face. Rally stopper does activate here with 2 on and 1 down. He's going to try and pitch through the pain. Oh my, this might go well. Alright, night one, boy. Take it easy, buddy. Hopefully that liner right there back at him is a good sign of things to come, hopefully, for us. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Love hearing from you. Heater down, misses low. Ball 1. Curveball hangs, pulled out of play by cuffing him. 1-1. Heater inside, blooper into shallow center. More in. He'll make the catch. 2 down. 2 down, 2 on for Avalos over 1. Come on, Bryson. Search for a pitch and drive it. Either way, blooped off the end of the bat. Shallow right field. That is down for a base hit. Throw coming home. It is cut by Kingman. RBI single for Avalos. 2-0 Platypi as the runner also goes first to third. Runners at the corners. 2 down for Bentley. 0 for 1 with a fly out his first at bat. Ball up. Pulled foul. 0-1. Rally stopper remains active. Heater up, hard hit and hold a second, but Knox there to make the play to first. That ends the inning. Still another run home on the single by Avalos, and we injure Bender. 2 down, bottom 2-0, bottom 3. Wheels, Bukaleg, and Bender coming up. Right fielder Windy Wheels leading off, former Moonstars outfielder. Locked in, hitting .277 with 4 homers, 17 RBIs, and Tier 2 easy target active against him for a turn burner, boosting his accuracy. Change it down and in. Check strike, 0-1. Former teammates squaring off here as both Turnburner and Wheels played on the Moonstars together. Heater up and in as a strike, 0-2. Slide it down and away. Fouled off out of play, 0-2. Screwball up and away. Soft liner up the middle of the short. Charlie picks it out of the air, 1 down. Next up is Bukaleg, batting .189 with 3 RBIs. He's tense in left field today. Heater up and away is a strike, 0-1. Slider up, high, 1-1. I think that was a changeup. It was down and in for a strike. 1-2. Ripped indoors. He chased it. Second punch out for Turnburner. 2 down for Bender. Pitcher hitting 200 with an RBI. And pinch hitting for the injured pitcher is backup middle infielder Roman South. Hitting .429 with a homer and 3 RBIs. So Bender done after 3 innings today. Turnburner came in with 30 strikeouts. He's at 32. Yeah, he struck out 2 today. First pitch screwball up and away to South. High, ball 1. Heater up in. Doors way late, 1-1. Slide it down and away. Low, 2-1. Change up inside. Whiffed on it, 2-2. Heater away. Check, 3-2. Screwball up and in. Lined in the hole to short. Past the diving Charlie. It's a base hit in the left field. First hit today for the Beewolves offense is from the pinch hitter South. Extending the inning for Freddie Knox as we flip back to the top of the lineup. Heater down and in. That's a strike, 0-1. Screwball away, runner goes outside, throw down by Cuffingham. Just late, South steals second. 1-1 count to Knox. Slider up and in. Ball 2 inside. Heater up and away. High strike called, 2-2. Change it down. Hit up the third base line. Swolson dives off his glove into foul territory. Flip the Turnburner, not in time. Runners at the corners, 2 down for Michaels, 0 for 1 intense. Heater away in the first pitch. Lined at the middle of the second. Past the diving Kaufman into right center. That's a base hit. Runner going to try to go first to third. Throw from Colliner. Cut by Lopez. It's an RBI single from Michaels. 2-1. Beewolves on the board. Here's Godsendez, 0 for 1 today. Slider down. Check strike away. 0-1. Change it down and in. Fouled off. 0-2. Slider up and away. Pop foul. Out of play as Bentley gave it a look, but it's in the stands. 0-2. Heater up and in. Doors chased it way inside. Third punch out for Turnburner. He strands 2, but gives up a run. Subbing in to pitch, long reliever Buzz past him as he takes over for the injured Bender after South pinch hit for him. 2-1 to the fourth. Lopez, Turnburner, and Kaufman coming up. Here's Lopez, 0 for 1 intense today, facing past him. Heater up and in high, ball 1. Change at middle of the plate, foul back, 1-1. Ace Exterminator no longer active for Charlie here. Change it down and in strike, 1-2. Heater up the way, late swing, strike 3. First punch up for Buzz. 1 down for Turnburner, 1 for 1 with a single today. Specialist lefty active here from past him. Heater down and then whiffed on at 0-1. Heater up, whiffed on at 0-2. And whiffed on it again, back-to-back case for past him. Kaufman up next, 1 for 2 with a single.
Kitty Kaufman.
Heater down and in, jammed to first. Easy play for Kingman, 1-2-3 inning for Paston. Bottom 4. Kingman, Royds, and Moore coming up. Here's Kingman over 1 with a strikeout. Slider down and in on the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Heater down and away, fouled off, 0-2. Change of middle in. Holstead a sword way out in front of it. He's looking heater. 4th punch out for turn burner. Royds up next, 0-1, intense. Heater up middle away, strike called, 0-1. Screwball down and in. Low, 1-1. Change it down and away. Line through the legs of turn burner into center, a base hit. Royds on with 1 down. She's back to neutral. Now to bring up Magic Moore, 0-1. Slider up and in, high and inside, 1-0. Change it down, check strike, 1-1. Heater down and away. Doors, 1-2. Screwball up and away. Outside and high, 2-2. Slider down and in. Low and inside, 3-2. Good pick. Heater up in. Doors chased it. 5th punch out for turn burner. 2 down for Wheels, 0-1. Screwball inside. Check strike, 0-1. Slider away, grounded to short, right at Charlie. Throw to first. That ends the inning. Great pitch and burn. To the 5th, we're still up 2-1. Crowds, Swolson and Collin are coming up. Here's Crowds, 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Heater up, whiffed on at 0-1. Heater down and in, jammed to second, right at Knox. Easy play for him, 1 down. Next up is Swolson, he's 0 for 2. Heater down and in, chased at 0-1. Heater down the way, hitting the hole, base hit to right field. Seb's first hit of the day, he's 1 for 3. Puts him on for Colliner, 1 for 2 with a single. Heater in there at the letters, 0-1. Change it down, screwball down and then whiffed on it, 0-2. Chased it in the dirt on the heater, another punch out for Buzz, his 3rd. 2 down for Cuffingham, 1 for 2 with an RBI single, loses her contact for his righty trait. Change up and in, rip foul, 0-1. A little early. Heater inside, misses, 1-1. Heater up and away, chase, number to first, picked by Kingman, will take it to the bag himself, that ends the inning. Bottom 5, it's 2-1. Bukaleg past him and Knox coming up. Here's Bukaleg, 0 for 1. Heater up and away, strike called, 0-1. Slider down, low, 1-1. Change it down and in. Way low, checked, 2-1. Heater up and in. Line to right field, Avalos coming on. Gets there for the first out. Next up, past him. 250 here in the season. First pitch, screwball up and in. That's a strike, 0-1. Slider down in the way. Fouled off, 0-2. Heater up and away. High, 1-2. Change down and in. Holstead a sword, chased it low. 6 punch out for turn burner. 2 down for Knox. 1 for 2 with a single. Change up and in. That's a strike, 0-1. Four-seamer down and away. Check strike, 0-2. Slider down and in. Low, 1-2. Screwball up and away. Line to left, crowds in. Makes the catch, 1-2-3 inning for turn burner. To the 6th. 2-1 the score. Avalos, Bentley, and Lopez coming up. Here's Avalos, 1 for 2 with an RBI single last at bat. Specialist active for past him. Screwball in there for a strike, 0-1. Heater up and in, dumped to center field, and Avalos times it and sends it back up the middle. He's on with the leadoff single here in the 6th. That'll bring up Herc Bentley, 0 for 2 today. Runner goes. Heater down, strike called, throw down to second by Royds. Bobbled there, would have had him dead to rights, but it's a stolen base instead as Valos in scoring position. Chased up and in on the heater, 0-2. Heater down in, dribbler back to past him, who bobbles it, throw to third, gets the lead runner anyway, 1 down. God damn it. Here's Lopez 0 for 2 intense.
Number 22, Charlie Lopez.
Heater up, that's a strike. 0-1. Heater up, missed it. 0-2. Heater middle in, popped up behind first. Easy run down behind the bag by Knox. 2 down. Bentley still at first for Turnburner. 1 for 2 with a single. He's going to bat here. Specialist active for past him. Chased it low in the heater. 0-1. Chased it away. 0-2. Chased it again. Strike 3. Another punch out for past him. His 4th. Bottom 6, it's 2-1 still. Michaels, Godsenders, and Kingman coming up. There's Michaels, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. First pitch slider down. Strike at the knees. 0-1. Heater up and in. Fouled off. 0-2. Screwball down and away. Hit liner to right field, right at Avalos. 1 down. Next up, Godsenders, 0 for 2. Change it down and in. Low and inside. 1-0. Heater down and away. Line to short. 1 hopper to Lopez. Will make the play. 2 down. Base empty for Kingman. 0 for 2 today, but locked in.
Number 30, Kobe Kingman.
Change it away in the first pitch. Strike called. 0-1. Screwball down. Low. 1-1. Heater up and in. Doors. 1-2. Ladder down and away. Holst to the sword. 7th punch out for Turnburner. 1, 2, 3, 6th inning. To the 7th. Kaufman, Crowds, and Swolson coming up. There's Kaufman. 1 for 3 with a single today. Looking to get it started against Buzz. Pitch number 30 coming from him. Screwball misses high. Ball 1. Heater down and in. Line right of center, but that's right at Magic Moore. 1 down. Next up, Crowds. 2 for 3. 2 singles today for him. Heater away. Late swing. 0-1. Heater up and away, chased at 0-2. Screwball away, fouled off, 0-2. Chased it away, fouled off, still 0-2. Good job, Rory. Chased it low, another punch out for Buzz, his 5th. 2 down for Swolson, 1 for 3 with a single as Buzz locks himself in. Heater up and in, late swing, 0-1. Heater up and away, number to first, right at Kingman, another 1, 2, 3 inning. Bottom 7, Royds, Moore, and Wheels coming up. There's Royds, 1 for 2 with a single, but she rolls stimulated. Screwball down and in. Chased at 0-1. Heater away. Outside, 1-1. Slider down and away. Fouled off, 1-2. Change up and in. Pop foul out of play, 1-2. Heater down and in. In the dirt, good block, 2-2. Slider up and away. Oh, 3-2. Did not get her to chase. Heater down and away. Pulled foul. Count full. Change up and in. Fouled off. Still full. Dribble down and in. Line to third. Picked by Swolson. He fumbles it. Ricocheting behind the bag to Lopez. Go to first way late. Going to be an E5 in your books, I believe. It is, and that will spell the end of the line for Turnburner. 6+ innings today. Runner at first, his responsibility, but a very good quality start for coming fresh off the free agent pool. Could not have asked for more out of you. Maybe another inning, but, you know, that would have been pushing our luck, and we don't have much of that left. All right, subbing in. Going to be long reliever Rufus Zumar. We're going to try and hold it.
Now pitching, Rufus Zumar.
First pitch slider away to Magic Moore. A dump to left center field, hit well. Calling her on the run. Gets there for the first out. Good job tracking that down. That was slicing away from him. Good hustle. 1 down for Wheels. 0 for 2. He's up and away. Ball 1 high. Heater down and in. Line at the middle. That's a base hit at the box. First and second now. 1 down. Here comes Bukeleg, 0 for 2, intense. Put your slide on deck. Slide it down and into Zumar. Low ball 1. You're down and away. 2-0, and that's way off the glove of Cuffingham. It gets... Oh, thank God that pole was there. It saved that being out of play. 2-0 count. Work ball down. Strike called. 2-1. Slide it down and away. Chased it. 2-2. Two-seam up and in. Check tie. 3-2. Two-seam down and in. Pulled foul. Count full. Up and away. Holst to the sword. He fooled him. First punch out for Zumar. 2 down for Buzz past him. Pinch hitting for the pitcher. Bad Hop Brown, the former freebooter. Hitting 265, 5 RBIs here off the bench. First pitch curveball away. Foul back. 0-1. He was aggressive. Forkball down and in. Good block there by Cuffingham. 1-1. Using up and away. Fouled off. 1-2. Whiffer activates for Brown. Slider up and in. Holst to the sword. Back-to-back Ks for Zumar. He strands 2. To the 8th. We're still up 2-1. Smack Avery, the closer, enters out of the pen for the Beewolves. Colliner, Cuffingham, and Avalos coming up. Here's Colliner, 1 for 3 with a single. The ball drops low. Ball 1. Curveball high from Avery, 2-0. Heater middle of the plate, whiffed on it, 2-1. Avery also added a forkball to his mix. Heater up and in, jammed by Colliner to right field, hanging up though for Wheels, 1 down. Next up, Cuffingham, 1 for 3 with an RBI single today. Why did I swing at that? That was way outside. 0-1. Curveball down, chopper to third. Godsend over, 2 down. Next up, Avalos, 2 for 3, 2 singles and an RBI. Chased away on the heater, fouled back, 0-1. Curveball up and away outside, 1-1. Hit up and in, whiffed on it, 1-2. Okay, collector activates for Avery. Heater up, dump to left field, nice swing of Avalos, he bloops it in, his 3rd hit, he's 3 for 4. 3rd single today. Brings up Bentley, tense, 0 for 3 today. Heater middle of the plate, popped him up, shallow left center. Shortstop out for it. That's the way to end the inning. Bottom 8, it's 2-1. Knox, Michaels, and Godsend is coming up. I got a double switch here. Charlie's rattled, okay. I'm gonna put... I won't double switch yet, but I'm tempted. Top of the lineup up here for the Beewolves in the 8th. First pitch forkball away from Knox. Fouled back. 0-1. Heater up and in. Inside. 1-1. Rider hangs. Hard grounder to third. Right at Swolson. He fields it cleanly this time. Throw to first. 1 down. Next up, Michaels. 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Ball down and away. Outside. Ball 1 and low. Heater down. Check low. 2-0. Two-seamer away. Lined over third. That is a fair ball into the corner. Digging for second, the runner. Throw in by Crowds. Not in time. It is a 1-out double. Godsend is up next, actually. He's 0 for 3. Runner at second is Michaels, who's got great wheels. And make the change here. No, it let her ride. Runner goes, heater away, throw down by Cuffingham to third, just late. Stolen base, he was going to steal anyway, 0-1. Ball down and in. Check strike, 0-2. Slider up and in. Chased it, fouled off, 0-2. Jammed him. Heater up and away. High, 1-2. Work ball down. Hit back to Zumar, looks runner back to third, throw to first, 2 down. Infield can play back now. Here's Kingman, who's locked in, but 0 for 3 today. He's frustrated. Slider down and in. Inside off the glove of Coughing. Crossed up, reactivates at the worst possible time, and that ties the game at 2. Go figure that trade activates now. Heater away, 2-0. Thanks, Rufus. Using it down in the way. Fouled off, 2-1. What are the odds? If it's to fuck with me, very high. Slider up and in. Whiffed on it, 2-2. Heater down. 3-2. Using me down and in. Chopper back to Zumar, and that's going to end the inning. All they needed was crossed up. To the 9th, we're tied at 2. Lopez, Zumar, and Kaufman coming up. Lopez 0 for 3 today. Struck out and rattled. We'll pinch hit for him because he's not doing well. We're going to go ahead and go to... You know what? I'm going to let him bat, actually. Go ahead, Charlie. Come on, old man. Curveball hangs at the letters from Avery, 0-1. Forkball down, chased. Nubber past the mound to shortstop. Michael's there, bare hands. In time, 1 down. Next up, Zumar, batting .500. Pinch hitting for him off the bench will be Beefcake, who's locked in. High pitch active. Here for away, grounded hard to first. Second right at Knox for the second out. Here's Kaufman, 1 for 4th single. Forkball up and in, ball 1. Heater inside, 2-0. Curveball hangs, Kitty rips it foul, 2-1. Curveball outside, 3-1. Great hitters count. Middle of the plate, Heater missed it, 3-2. Looking high. Heater up, line to center. There you go, Kitty. She's on with her 3rd hit, I believe, today. Speedster on, 2 down in the 9th for Crowds, 2 for 4, 2 singles. Heater down and in, jam to second, right at Knox, though, and that ends the inning. Beewolves looking to walk it off, bottom of the 9th. We are going to take Beefcake out. He was just here to bat. We're going to go to Lola Knops. All right, we're going to make some changes here. Well, Swolson's due up first. We'll wait. We'll make the change at catcher, though. O'Wugliams will catch.
Now in the game, Hera O'Wugliams.
Heater down and in on the first pitch. Strike called from Knops, 0-1. Royd stimulated, looking to walk it off. Forkball low, 1-1. Ball down and in. Hitting the hole is short. Charlie over on the dive, out of his reach, a base hit. Leadoff woman on is the winning run here in the 9th. Careful the suicide squeeze. There's Magic Moore for 3 intense.
Number 27, Magic Moore.
Heater down and way low. Ball 1. Forkball down. 2-0. Zoom up and in. Check strike, 2-1. Slider down and in. Fouled off, 2-2. If he wasn't going to show bunt by then, he's not bunting. Ball down in the way. Blooper down the left field line. Crowds in, near the line. Gets it away, 1 down. Here's Wendy Wheels, 1 for 3 with a single and locked in.
Wendy.
Ball down in the dirt, ball 1. Heater down and away. Strike, 1-1, nice pitch. No bunt shown, so I'm looking double play here. Runner goes, fouled off on the hit and run, 1-2. Zoom up and away. Line down the left field line, out of play. Still 1-2. Heater down in the way. Nubber to third. Swolson charges. Throw to second. Gets the lead runner. Kaufman throw to first. Not in time. 2 down. Winning run still at first for Bucheleg. 10 0 for 3.
42, Bell Bucheleg.
Work ball down in the way. In the dirt. Ball 1. Heat it in. Strike call. 1-1. Slider down. 2-1 low. Using up and away. Strike called. 2-2. The ball up and in. Holst to the sword. Knops gets the punch out. We're going to the 10th. Another extra innings game. Hard lineup coming up. Swolson, Colliner, and O'Wugliams. There's Swolson 10s, 1 for the single. Is Gasser Morris, the lefty flamethrower, out of the pen. Base runner at second is, I believe that's not Kaufman, that's Crowds. Former Sandcats reliever in. Heater away, fouled off by Swolson late, 0-1. Slide it down and then whiffed on at 0-2. Chased it down and then strike 3. First punch out.
Now batting.
Here's Colliner, 1-4 the single. RBI hero active.
Ham Colliner.
Either way, fouled off. Chased it out of the zone. 0-1. Chased it down in the way. Nubber past the mound to second. Knocks bare hands in time. 2 down. Runner to third.
Now batting.
Here's Williams. First at bat of the game. Lefty specialist activates. Cutter down. That's a strike at the knees. 0-1. Out in front of the changeup. 0-2. Chased it. Strike 3. Second punch out for Morris. They can walk it off. Morris due up first. Pinch hitting for him. Nacho Crisp. As the runner at second is Bucaleg, I believe. Is that Bucaleg? That's not Bucaleg. Who's at second? It is Bucaleg. Okay. Weird. Oh, it won't show his trait because it's a batting trait. Got it. Chris looking to beat a hero. Curveball down, low. Ball 1. Lead down and away. Outside, 2-0. Slide it down and in. Low, 3-0. Two-seamer up and away. Strike called, 3-1. Leader down and away. Line in the hole to second. Kaufman picks it. Throw to first. 1 down. Winning run to third. There's Knox. 1-4 the single. Infield in. Outfield shallow. Make some subs. Playing third. I'm going to put Maggie Rags at third. Bentley can play first. That's fine. Charlie's at short. I don't really have a play there. That's it. Okay.
Now in the game, Maggie Rags.
First pitch curveball up. Strike called. 0-1. Get it down and in. Nubber foul. 0-2. Two-seamer down and away. Chase Nubber to second. Kaufman there. Looks to runner back to third. Throw to first. 2 down. Infield can play back for Michaels. 2-4 RBI double and a single today. Knops locked in. Peter away on the first pitch. Line down the right field line, looking to end it, but it's foul out of play in the corner. 0-1. Work ball down. Rip foul. It's 0-2. Ball down and away. In the dirt. 1-2. Two-seamer up and in. Fooled him. He chased it. Oh, doors. Second punch out for Knops, and we're going to the bottom of the 10th. Out of the pen is Huck and Duck. To the 11th, Avalos, Bentley, and Lopez coming up. There's Avalos, 3-4, 3 singles and an RBI. Huck and Duck in with reverse splits activated. Runner at second is, I believe that's a Williams. Heater up, late swing from Avalos, 0-1. Heater up and in, popped him up behind the mound. Huck and Duck there, 1 down. Next up is Bentley, 0-4, intense. Curveball, slider misses low there from Huck and Duck, ball 1. Heater up, hit well by Bentley to center field, but right at Magic Moore, and we'll have to hold it second because Moore has a good throwing arm. 2 down. Here's the old man, Charlie, 0-4 and rattled. Heater inside, ball 1. Heater up and in, that's a strike of 1-1. Low heater, 2-1. Curveball's inside, 3-1. And he walks him on 5. Great take from the old man. He'll reach. First and second, 2 down for Lola Knops, the pitcher, locked in. Armando Ganutz out of the bullpen here. Is Huck done? Reverse splits active for Ganutz. We're going to pinch hit here with Anita Bean. Locked in, hitting 105 on the season. Maybe she's due. Righty-ready matchup, so that takes care of reverse splits from Ganutz. Peter down and in, ball 1. Peter up and in, line by Bean, dead center, but guess what? Right at Magic Moore. Bottom 11, we stay tied at 2. In out of the bullpen, it's going to be Rig Corral. Godsenda's up 0-4. Winning run at second is Blute Michaels, who's got great speed. Peter up and away on the first pitch. Blasted to the gap, and that's going to walk it off. Beewolves are going to win as they get their 17th win of the season, and we fall to 14-15. They just outlasted us. That sucks. Great pitcher's duel, though. At least it was an entertaining game. Yeah, that was rough, man. Here's a look at the lineup cards for those curious. Not a lot to look at. Their third run, the difference-making run, was that crossed-up one in the 9th inning. Yep. Or 8th inning, whatever it was. Yeah, it was the 8th inning. Knops did well. Corral comes in, lets the inherited runner score on the first pitch he throws. Gnuts gets the win. Corral falls to 0-2. Gnuts to 3-2. We'll see if that loss knocks us out of the playoff hunt or not. And if it does, well, that's the end of the series. Because I'm not going to play the rest of the games on screen because there's nothing left to play for, and I'm tired of this series, basically. But if it doesn't knock us out, we're still alive, we keep playing. We play the Beewolves again. I know that's our next opponent. Looking around the league. Let's see. No roster moves. Crowds gets +2 contact. Lopez loses 4 fielding. He continues to regress. Chase Tabuli to the hot corners, replacing Lauer's Stadcliffe. Dwight Breeze loses 4 contact in the free agent pool. All right. All right, we got 8 games to sim. Let's see how this shakes the playoff hunt. We're down 3 with 3 left to play. Jacks win, not great. So they're up to 15 wins. We could still catch them, though. Heaters win, of course. Jacks lose. That's good. That's good for us. Keeps them within striking distance. And then the Buzzards lose. Okay, so we're mathematically still in it, but we need to win this game. We lose this game, we have no shot of winning the division, and we have no shot of making the playoffs because 5 teams are 16 wins or more. If we lose, the best we can do is 16 wins, and with our negative run differential, there's no shot we make the playoffs, so we play on. It's going to be Anita Bean on the mound for us, not Dieguez. Rotunda Black will be on the mound for the Beewolves to oppose. It all comes down to this, folks. This is the game. This determines whether or not we keep playing or the series is over. So if we sacrifice Term Burner, we could bring in Blamo Tamale to help our struggling offense, which makes Colliner redundant. Or we get rid of Beefcake, which we're not doing because he's our team captain technically. So not a great idea. So I think we'll wait. Yeah, we could get Doozy Shine, though. He could play third in the meantime while Beef is still injured. Could get rid of, like, Colliner or something. Could get rid of Bentley. He ain't doing crap. Bullpen's going to be mostly rested, so that's good. We'll have Corral, we'll have Freehold, and we'll have Sorelli, so that's good. Yeah, it's just tough, that's all. I hate seeing it end like this, but, you know, the way this season is gone, I'm not surprised that this is how it's ending. Not surprised at all. It's just been that kind of year. Let's do it. Play on. Bean will be pitching over Dieguez. Charlie Tents at shortstop. Beefcake is still injured, so he's not playing. I'm putting Maggie at third. I want to see just a liability in the field. Bentley's still going to play at first despite being tense. Let's do it. Here we go. All right, this is the break point for our season. If we lose, we are officially eliminated from playoff contention. If we win, we're in. We stay alive, barely, and then it'll depend on how the sim goes. But if we lose this game, this will end the series right here. Because I was planning to end it after this year anyway. This series is dragged on here. and I'm getting tired of it, and it's not fun for me anymore, unfortunately. But I do believe 91 Ego is going to be the Ego we play at moving forward. It's a very good challenge. I'm just frustrated with how the series has gone because there hasn't been a lot of high-profile free agent rookies that have come in to like boost up this club, and have had to use the same guys just duct taped together for 3 straight years, and it's finally breaking apart, and it's just not translating into success anymore, even though we did win championships in the first 2 years. But I've just had no fun with this the last season. Kaufman locked in, leading off against Rotunda Black. Here we go. Heater up, ball 1, good eye. Slider high in there, though, 1-1. Change of heater in there, 1-2. K Collector activates. Heater middle in, swung through it. First punch out. Here's Valos locked in. 3 hits last game for Bryson. Heater up, blasted by Bryson deep to left center field. He makes contact on that heater. Crikey, that's been sent to the land down under and left center. Home run for Bryson as he makes contact on the heater at the top of the zone. Second homer of the year. And it's 1-0 Platypi. That's a good sign. Here's Rory Crowds, inside pitch active for Rory. 2 hits last game. Heater down in the way, hit the second on the first pitch right at Michaels. 2 down. That is going to bring up Colliner. Cutter right down the middle, missed it, 0-1. Looking high. Chased it low, 0-2. Dribble down, ripped the short past the diving glove of Crisp. It's a base hit. Colliner on with a 2-out knock, and he continues for Hercules Bentley, who's tense and has yet to get a hit since joining the club. Heater up, late swing, 0-1. Cutter down, dribbler to short. Chris there to first. That ends the inning. Bottom 1, we're up 1-0 on the home run by Avalos. There's Wheels facing Anita Bean, locked in. Got a win earlier out of the bullpen here against the Hot Corners in extra innings earlier in the episode, so it pushed their start back a game. Slider down and in. Blooper to right center field, calling her in. Makes a catch for the first out. Next up, Luke Michaels. Heater up and in. Jam foul out of play, 0-1. Using it down in the way. Hit off the end of that hard up the middle, that's a base hit. Michaels on with a 1-out knock. That is going to bring up Devin Godsendes, who was the hero in the last game as he hit the walk-off single/double to win it in the 11th inning. Still playing third base here. Ball away on the first pitch. Line back into Bean. Bug game's the first, not in time. Infield single. There's Kingman locked in. And it got Bean right in the face. 2-seamer down. That's a strike. 0-1. Heater down and in. Low, 1-1. Ball down. 2-1. 2-seamer up and in. Popped him up. Infield fly called for Kaufman there on the edge of the dirt. 2 down. And here's Crisp hitting .255 with 7 homers, 16 RBIs. Came off the bench in the last game, and he, I believe, got an out. You see me down. Chopper to short, right at Charlie. He'll go to first. That ends the inning. Sabine takes a line drive to the face, but still strands 2 runners on base. To the second, Williams, Bean, and Lopez coming up. Here's Hera. Was off the bench last game, went 0 for 1. Put her down, in there at the knees, 0-1. Cut her away, chopper to second. Slow roller for Michaels, 1 down. Next up, Benita Bean, locked in, but playing hurt. Whiffed on it high, 0-1. Beat down, broken bat dribbler to second. Michaels there to first, 2 down. Now to bring up Charlie freaking Lopez, the old man, tense, hitting .230 with 3 RBIs. Aces Terminator active. Beat her down low, ball 1. Beat up an inline through the middle, base hit for Charlie, the old man on with the knock. Good swing, Charlie. He's on with 2 down here for Maggie Rags, the utility player, playing third base for the injured Beefcake. Hitting .206 on the year with 2 RBIs. Either way, whiffed on it, 0-1. Two different way. Hit one hopper to second. Michaels to first. That ends the inning. Bottom two, still 1-0. More Roids and Ayoshima coming up. There's Magic Moore, tense. 255 with a homer, 14 RBIs. Heater down and in. Ball one inside. Curveball away. More dribbles at the second. Kaufman charges to first. One down. Next up, Ella Roids. Right fielder hitting 293 with 5 homers, 10 RBIs. Using inside. Ball one. Heater down and away. That's a strike. 1-1. Slider up and away. High. 2-1. Two-seamer down. Blasted to right center field. Calling her on the run. It's there for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Ayoshima. Catcher hitting 255 with 4 homers, 8 RBIs. Ball down and away. Ball one. Heater down and in. Taken low. 2-0. Two-seamer down. Chased it. 2-1. Fouled back by the catcher. Ayoshima did not play in the first game. Slider up and away. Chased it. 2-2. Ball away. Outside. 3-2. Heater up and in. Lined in the hole to short. Past the diving Charlie. It's base hit. Well, 2-out single for Ayoshima. Keeps the inning alive here for the pitcher. There's Black hitting 091 on the year. Heater up. Sky to right field. Just missed it. Follows back a step. Calls for it. Puts it away to end the inning. To the third, it's 1-0. Kaufman, Avalos, and Crowds coming up. There's Kitty, locked in. Struck out her first at bat. Heater down and in. That's a strike. 0-1. Curveball chased low in the dirt. 0-2. Right up and away. Pulled up the middle. That's a base hit for Kaufman. Nice job timing that up. She's on with a leadoff single in the third. There's Avalos. Solo homer his first at bat as he connected on a mid-cut fastball at the top of the zone. There it goes. Timed perfectly, and that's a strike. Throw down. No chance for Ayoshima. 0-1 to Avalos. Cut her down. Foul back. It's 0-2. Pick off. Not in time. Cut her away. Whiffed on it. Strike 3. Second punch out for Black. One down for Crowds. 0-1. Heater inside, jammed into center on the line, down in front of Moore, wheels for a hit. Round third, Kaufman, throw in. It is not in time. RBI single for Crowds, 2-0 Platypi. Next up, Colliner, 1-for-1 with a single. Cut her down, chopped through the legs of Black into center field. That's a slow rolling base hit. First and second now, one down. Keep it going, guys. Here's Bentley, 0-for-1. Heater up, fouled off, 0-1. Out up and in, jammed by Bentley to right center field, looking for a hit, but it hangs up for wheels, 2 down. Poor Bentley, he's never going to get a hit. Here's Mo Williams, 0-for-1. Heater up and away, hitting the hole, base hit the left field. Running around third, throw for Magic Moore. It is not in time. RBI double for Williams. 3-0. Here's Bean. Locked in, but 0-for-1 with a ground out. Either way, late swing. 0-1. Cut her up, foul back. 0-2. Chased it high, foul back. 0-2. Black tense. Side up and in, jammed by Bean on the pop-up behind second. There for it, Michaels. That ends the inning. Bottom three, it's 3-0. Platypi draw 2. Wheels, Michaels, and Godsenda's coming up. There's Wheels. He's 0-for-1. Using the down, taking low. Ball 1. Heater up and in. Checked high. 2-0. Ball down and in. Low. 3-0. Slider up. Ripped on a 3-0 pitch into right. Avalos in. Makes the catch on the liner. 1 down. There's Blue Michaels, 1-for-1 with a single. Using the down. Low, ball 1. Heater inside. That's it inside. 2-0. Ball down and away. Chased it. Foul back. 2-1. Two-seamer up and away. Chased it 2-2. Slided down and in. Sky to right field, jammed him. Avalo's back a few steps. He's in now, under it. 2 down. And here's Godsenders, who hit the line drive off the face of Bean his first time up. Pitch curveball down and in. Low ball 1. Slider up and in. High 2-0. Heater up and away. Fouled off late 2-1. Two-seamer down and in. Line at the middle of the second. Coffin dives out of her reach into right center field. Colliner giving chase. Tracks down before it gets to the wall, but it's still a double for Godsenders. He's 2 for 2 today. Next up, Kingman 0 for 1, but locked in. Two-seamer up and away. Outside, ball 1. Slider down and in. Inside, 2-0. Heater down and away. Check strike, 2-1. Curveball up and in. High, 3-1. Two-seamer down and in. Hit up the middle hard. Pass the diving Lopez into center field. Runner comes up throwing. Runner holds the third. Runners at the corners. 2 down. Here's Crisp. Nacho 0 for 1 today. Slider away on the first pitch. That's a strike. 0-1. Middle in. Hit deep to left field. Crowd's on the run. At the warning track. Puts it away to end the inning. Nice job. To the fourth. It's 3-0. Lopez, Rags, and Kaufman coming up. There's Charlie. 1 for 1 today with a single. Still tense. Peter down in the way. Hit up the first base line. Diving is Kingman to smother it. Flip the black in time. 1 down. Rags up next. She's 0 for 1. In there on the two-seamer, 0-1. Go up and in, rip foul, 0-2. Slider up, chopped up the middle. Diving is Chris, knocks it down, but he cannot recover in time. Infield single for Rags. Next up, Kaufman, 1 for 2 with a single. Runner on, 1 down. Peter up hard, grounder to second. Michaels to second, 1. Chris to first. That's a double play, and that ends the inning. Bottom 4, 3-0. More Roids and Aoshima coming up. Dribble down, check low, ball 1. Up and in high, 2-0. Some up and away. Chased, hit deep to left center field. Colliner on the run, running out of room. Lays out for it, just out of his reach in the deepest part of the park, and that'll be a triple for Magic Moore, as he's at third with nobody out. Next up is Roids, 0 for 1. Heater up and in. High, ball 1. Ball down and away. Checked strike at the knees, 1-1. Slide up and away. Outside, 2-1. Two-seamer at the knees. Grounder to first. Bentley there. Throw coming home. Runner holds. Throw back to first. Still in time. 1 down. Little 3-2-1 put out there. Here's Aoshima, 1 for 1 with a single. Two-seamer down and away. Hit up the third base line. Rags dives and knocks it down. Throw across the first. Not in time. Infield single for Aoshima. It's 3-1. There's Black 0 for 1 as Bean no longer locked in. Heater up and away. Bunt shown. Drop down in front of the plate. O'Williams has to go to first with it. 2 down. Sacrifice successful. Runner at second for Wheels. He's 0 for 2. Slider inside. Almost hit him at the foot. Does not get far enough away from O'Williams. 1-0. Heater down and away. Hit in the hole to left field. That's a base hit. Crowd's coming on. Runner's not going to try it. Runner's at the corners. 2 down. And here's Michaels. 1 for 2 with a single. Two-seamer up and in. High, ball 1. Slider up and away. Foul back. 1-1. Heater down and in. Inside. 2-1. Ball down and away. Check strike. 2-2. Heater down and away. Way outside. 3-2. Run will be off at first. Two-seamer up and in. Hit up the middle to short. Pass the diving Charlie into center field. That's a base hit. Runner goes first to third. Throw in. Not in time. 2's home. And we're going to take Bean out. 3 2/3 innings today. She would have gone much deeper if she hadn't gotten injured, unfortunately. Out of the pen for us, we're going to go to Rig Corral, who is tense, but he's the most rested, so let's go for it, Rig. Meter up and away to Godsenders, who walked it off in the last game. 1-0 count. Slider down and away. 2-0. Good ball inside. That's 3-0. Meter up and in. Ball 4. That was close, but it was a walk. Base is loaded. 2 down for Kingman. 1 for 2 with a single and locked in. Slider down on the first pitch. Low, ball 1. Meter up. Doors. 1-1. Go down. Line to short. Charlie there. Picks it out of the air to end the inning, and we strand the bases loaded. 2 home for the Beewolves, though. 3-2 to the 5th. Avalos, Crowds, and Colliner coming up. Avalos 1 for 2 with a solo homer back in the first inning. Placed it way outside. 0-1. Put up and in. Ripped up the line. Fair ball in the right field corner as it rolls all the way to the wall. Royds tracks it down out there. Digging around second of Avalos. He'll hold there at second with the double. He's 2 for 3 today. There's Crowds, 1 for 2 RBI single last at bat. Curve off the way, check strike in there, 0-1. Slider away, hitting the hole to first, right at Kingman. He'll take it to the bag, 2 down, or 1 down as Avalos goes to third. There's Colliner, 2 for 2, 2 singles, and RBI hero active as the infield's in. Better up the middle, jam to second. Michaels comes home with it, not in time. Throw to first, not in. Apparently it's in time, okay. 2 down, runner at third from Bentley, who's 0 for 2, and he's probably not going to get a hit here either. The ball up and in, strike called, 0-1. Meter up, chased it, skied shallow center, tough play, but Wheels robs him of a base hit, of course. So we get a runner in scoring position with no outs and can't score. That's basically been the story of the offense the entire fucking season. Bottom 5, Chris Moore and Royds due up. Meter up away from Corral, grounded to short, Charlie there. Charges to first. 1 down. Next up is Moore. 1 for 2 with a triple. The ball up and away. Chopper to short. Charlie to his left. Throw to first. 2 down. Corral back to neutral. There's Royds. 0 for 2. Slider down. Low, ball 1. Meter down in the way. Chopper to second. Now it's Kaufman making the play. Throw to first. 1-2-3 inning for Corral. He gets 3 ground outs. Top 6 at 3-2. Obuglium's, Corral, and Lopez coming up. There's Obuglium, 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Meter down, chopper to short, right at Crisp. Easy first out. Next up is Corral. First bat of the season for him. Better inside, ball 1. I need him to eat another inning. Meter down, hit through the legs of Black, who smothers it with their glove. Throw to first in plenty of time. 2 down. There's Charlie Lopez, old man, 1 for 2 with a single. Meter up, that's a strike. 0-1. Slider up and in. Blooped out over short. That is going to get down for a base hit over the diving Crisp. Charlie 2 for 3 today. Keeps the inning alive here with 2 down for the 9-hitter, Maggie Rags. 1 for 2 with an infield single last at bat. Ball hangs, ripped foul in the first one, 0-1. Curveball middle in, ripped foul again, 0-2. Curveball middle in, blooped in the hole to short. Chris picks it out of the air to save a hit. Bottom 6 at 3-2. Aoshima, Black, and Wheels coming up. Peter up and away in the first, middle away on the first pitch, strike called, 0-1. Curveball down and in. Chopper to second. Kaufman charges. Throw to first. 1 down. Next up, Black. 0 for 1 today. Pinch hitting for her. Bad Hop Brown. Struck out as a pinch hitter in his 1 at bat last game. Line deep to left field. Crowds at the wall waiting for it, though. 2 down. There's Wheels. 1 for 3 with a single. Slider away. Hangs. Foul back. 0-1. Got lucky there. Peter up and away. Fouled off. 0-2. Slider down. Rip foul, 0-2. Curveball up and in. Foul off, still 0-2. Peter away. Foul off, still 0-2. Peter down and in. Inside, 1-2. Slider up and away. Holster to sword. First punch out for Corral and first punch out for our entire pitching staff today. That ends the inning. 1-2-3 out of the bullpen. Huckenduck here for the Beewolves. Top 7. Kaufman, Abalos, and Crowds coming up. There's Kaufman, 1-3 with a single, facing the tense Huckenduck. Heater at the knees. That's a strike. 0-1. Heater down and in chase. Nubber to short. Slow roller for Chris. Bare hands. In time. 1 down. Huck back to neutral. Kaufman down to neutral. Here's Abalos. 2 for 3. Double last bat. He's also at a solo homer. Reverse splits activates for Huck. Heater down. Line is short hard. Right at Crisp. 2 down. Crowds up next. 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Heater outside. Ball 1. Heater away. Foul back. 1-1. Heater up. Line through the middle. Base hit for Rory as he got up to that high heater. He's on with a 2-out knock. Inning continues for Colliner. 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Heater chased high. Foul back. 0-1. Slider up. Hit well by Colliner to center, but that's going to hang up at the warning track there. Under it is Wheels, and that ends the inning. Bottom 7, it's still 3-2. Michaels, Godsenders, and Kingman coming up. Heater down and in. Michaels taking, strike called, 0-1. Ball down. Chop back up the middle, off Corral's glove into no man's land. Rags throw to first late. Leadoff man on in the 7th. Here's Godsenders. 3 for 2, double single and a walk today. Heater down and in, ball 1. Ball down and away. Outside, 2-0. Slider down and in, runner goes, taken low, throw down by Williams, not in time, 3-0. Heater away. Swings at 3-0, pulled foul, 3-1. Slider away. Outside, ball 4. And we're going to take Corral out. Here's Kingman, 1 for 3. We're going to double switch in. We're going to go to Sorelli. We're going to take out Crowds, unfortunately. We're going to put Hawanasi in left. We'll just do a third next inning. Rally stopper, reverse splits, both active for Al here. Work ball down on the first pitch. Low ball 1. Heater down and away. Strike, 1-1. Slider down and in. Whiffed on it, 1-2. Ball down and away. Holst to the sword. First punch out for Al. Let's go, buddy. Nacho up next, 0 for 3. Reverse splits remains active. So does Rally Stopper. Heater up and away. Foul off, 0-1. Work ball up and in. Runners go. Throw to third by O'Wuglians. Perfect. Not in time. Cannon arms not enough to get bloop. Runners at the corners. 1-1 count. Slider down and in. Check low. 2-1. Roll down and away. Chased. Pulled foul. 2-2. Heater down and away. Chopper back up the middle. High hopper to Lopez. Goes to second. 1. Kaufman to first. Not in time. Fielder's choice. Tying run scores. It's 3-all. Rally stopper goes away. Reverse splits remains active for Al, though. Distractor active at first here for Crisp. Ball down and in on the first one. Inside. Ball 1. Slider away. More whiffs on it. 1-1. Heater up. Doors. 1-2. Ball down. Chopped in front of the plate. Fair ball for Harrow to first. That ends the inning. Sorelli comes in but can't stop the run from scoring. 3-3 to the 8th. Bentley, O'Wugliams, and Hawanasi do up. Here's Bentley 0 for 3 intense. Slider away. Strike called. 0-1. Heater up. Line to second but right at Michaels. 1 down. Another hard hit out. Here's O'Wugliams 1 for 3 with an RBI double. The ball from away is outside. Ball 1. Heater up. Hard chopper up the middle. High hopper off the mound. Over the glove of Crisp on the high hop. Nice job. Thank you, mound. She's on with 1 down here in the 8th for Hawanasi. Still hitless on the season. Just double switched in. Looking for heaters. That curveball drops in for a strike. 0-1. Rip it in. Ripped over short. That's a base hit for Haiwanesi. His first hit as a Platypi. Yes. There you go, Velo. 2 on, 1 down for Charlie. 2 for 3 with 2 singles.
Charlie Lopez.
The ball's outside. Ball 1. Dribble up. Skied to center off the end of the bat. Right at Windy Wheels. 2 down. Here's Maggie. 1 for 3 with single. She has the bat here. I don't have any other options for third base, unfortunately. Feeder in there. Strike. 0-1. Well, I have Swolson, but he's not a good option. Chase slider low. Gets off the glove of the catcher, but will hold as her arm is jacked. 0-2. Ripped in, ripped on the ground to first. Kingman there to second. That's going to end the inning. Bottom 8's tied at 3. Royds, Aoshima, and Huckenduck coming up. Royds does not roll, stimulated. Ball down, line to first. Bentley there picks it out of the air. 1 down. There's Aoshima, 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. First split's active for Sorelli. Heater up, line at the middle. That's a base hit. She's on with 1 down. Here's Hawk. Pinch hitting Ernie Blings, the 3rd string catcher. Injury prone active at tier 2. First split's active for Sorelli. Curveball down, taken low. Ball 1. Slider down in the way. Line at the middle, another base hit. 2 on, 1 down. Rally stopper's going to activate. Here's Wheels, 1 for 4 with the singles. Sorelli's got to try and slam the door. Heater down and in. Jam foul, 0-1. Slider down and away. Outside and low, 1-1. Curveball down and in. Strike called, 1-2. Work ball down and away. Pulled foul, still 1-2. Rip away. Soft liner to third. Rags there. Throw to second. 1. Kaufman to first. Not in time. 2 down. Runners at the corners for Michaels. Locked in 3 for 4. 3 singles and an RBI. Rally stopper remains active, but no reverse splits. Ball down in the way. Checked outside. Ball 1. Heater up and in. Jammed into right center field. That's going to bring the go-ahead run in and roll all the way to the deepest part of the park. Michaels is going to have a 2-run triple. It is 5-3 Beewolves. This is going to end our season right here. Here's Godsendez. 2 for 2. 2 walks, a double, and a single. Sorelli now tense. Get up and in. Blasted by Godsendez. Left center field. And there's the dagger. He's now a triple shy of the cycle. As that's he brought the sting on that swing. 7th of the year for Godsendez. It is 7-3. There's Kingman, 1 for 4 with a single. Pitcher due up third. We can double switch for Rags at third. We're going to bring in Beefcake. It's going to be Freehold, the rookie. He can close it out. Maggie's exiting, and Beefcake's at third despite being hurt. First pitch heater down and in from the rookie. Strike called, 0-1. Slider down and away. Doors, 0-2. Change up away. Fouled off, 0-2. Heater up and in. Doors. There's the punch out from Freehold, his first. But we give up 4 runs in the inning, and we're down 7-3 to the 9th. Buzz past them coming in, trying to slam the door. Top of the lineup, Kaufman, Avalos, and McStevens due up. This is our season in the balance. If we lose, we will miss the playoffs. If we win, we stay alive. Kaufman 1 for the single. We need a miracle. Past him locked in. Out in front of the changeup, 0-1 as we were looking heater. Heater high, 1-1. Chased it this time, 1-2. Changeup up, pulled foul, 1-2. Chased it, strike 3. God damn it, fuck nuts. Here's Avalos, 2 for 4, solo homer and a double today. Specialist active from past him, changeup low, ball 1. Changeup up, dumped up the middle. Another hit for Avalos. He's a triple shot of the cycle. He's 3 for 4. Now to bring up the injured captain, Beefcake, locked in, hitting .436, 5 homers, 24 RBIs, playing through a pulled hammy right now. Just entered the game, heater up and in high, ball 1. Heater away, late swing, 1-1. Heater up and in, popped him up. Not quite up and in, and staying in play. Caught by Aoshima. We're down to our last out of the season. Here's Colliner, 2-for-4, 2 singles. Heater up, late swing, 0-1. Late again, 0-2. And we strike out to end the season. Yay, we fucking suck. I hate this goddamn team. Alright, well, there you go. Home run for Avalos, RBI single for Crowds, RBI, I think, single for Williams. Michaels had the go-ahead 2-run double there in the 2-run triple in the 8th. Godsendas had the 2-run homer as the dagger. Crisp had an RBI single. Aoshima had an RBI single as well. Sorelli takes the loss. How fitting. Our best reliever is the one that loses our season. I'll conduct 2 scoreless innings in relief. I'm done. Godsenda's player of the game, Michael's runner-up, and Avalos the 3rd place finisher. I'm done. I'm so done with this team. I'm done. I'm checked out now. I don't care. We got 2 games left in the season. I don't give a shit. I'm simming them. Although simming's not the right word because we're in a standard franchise, we're forfeiting them. I'm pulling the team off the field. There's nothing we can do. I will finish this with a losing record. I do not give a shit right now. My ability to give a fuck is gone. But I do want to play it out to see who makes the playoffs. Oh, look, Haiwanesi developed. Good for him. What a bum. Let's see what happens here. I want to see if the rest of the teams we needed to lose would have lost. Well, the wide loads would have lost, so that would have helped us. Crocodons win. They were already above us anyway. We weren't catching them regardless. Dogs, we need them to lose, but they win, of course. Grapplers, if they win, it's over. Heaters rally, keep it interesting, but the Grapplers do hang on to win, so they clinch a playoff spot. Down to 1 playoff spot, it's the Wide Loads. If they beat the last place Hot Corners, they are in, and we're out. Hot Corners rally, but again, they lose in extra innings, so that officially eliminates us from playoff contention right there. Because there's 3 teams with 17 wins, and 1 team from the other conference is going to make it regardless, so that's it. All playoff spots have been taken. That's how it ends. Yep, that's how the season's going to end for us. We have 2 games left to play, and neither of them mean a good gosh darn fuck to me. We're supposed to play the we're last place Heaters. We can now cut our roster because we're not making the playoffs. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go to the team. Beefcake, of course, is fully healed up to play now, so I won't be cutting him because he's the captain. He's been here since the beginning. He is safe. Kitty Kaufman is safe. Colliner is expendable. I'm getting rid of him. Harrow's safe. She is not going anywhere. Dieguez, unfortunately, is expendable. We don't need him anymore. Turnburner was just a one-stop pump. Bean is expendable as well. These 3 can all go and bring in some money. Rufus, I'll keep him. He's an OG member. He has earned that much. Sorelli would be expendable in this case, but he's pitched really well outside of that last outing, so I can't hold it against him. Rig Corral, we'll keep him for now, and Knops, I mean, we can try and get rid of Knops, but I don't think we're going to get much money for her. And I would like to get rid of Bentley, too. He's been a huge disappointment. Not like it matters, actually. I don't even need to make any of these roster moves because I'm not playing these last 2 games. I'm just simming them. I really don't need to make that. Yeah, we were trying to get fastball hitter for Avalos, I think was the one we were going for. Sprinter's not very valuable for Kitty, plus she's at second base. Her arm isn't very valuable. K Collector for Bean was a good challenger for Avalos, but I think the fastball hitter wins out. Stimulate on Haiwanesi's dumb, and I'm not getting injury prone on a reliever, so yeah, Avalos wins this one. 2 power to 47, 2 contact to 50, bonus 2 power, he doesn't get it. Bonus 4 contact, he doesn't get it either. And fastball hitter, he does not get it either. Shocking. Yeah, I'm just going to make these roster moves real quick, and then we're going to forfeit the last 2 games and see who makes the playoffs. Best pitchers available. That'd be Melody Moods for Dieguez. And then Lumberg's going to pitch the last game. But pitchers that aren't going to play, we can just actually go get relievers because we're going to need as many as we can get. So we'll get Dwight Breeze. He's got the least money on him. We'll get rid of Turnburner. And let's go get, let's get Bigsworth too. Bring him in for Anita Bean. Then we got $36 million in the budget. I want to get rid of Hercules Bentley. He's not doing anything, so let's go ahead and bring in Deuterel Dorino. Why not? Bring in Dig here. He can come in for, I guess, I want to see. Yeah, Charlie's safe too. We're not getting rid of him. Yeah, bring him in for I want to see. Actually, we're getting rid of Colliner, but I want to get rid of I want to see too, so do that. Actually, that's it. We don't really need to do anything else. Want to get discipline back up to tier 3, though, I think. So we can sacrifice a scholarly player. Yeah, we can get rid of Freehold. I don't like him anyway. Perfect. There we go. Another catcher on the roster. It's Grizz. I don't care. All right, we're simming the last 2 games, so it doesn't matter. So we're not making the playoffs. We can't simulate it, but we can go in and forfeit. So we'll finish with a record of 14 and 18. We'll not be playing these final 2 games because I've just lost all fun. So that was a rough one to end on, but that's how it goes sometimes, guys. It's just the end of the road. It is what it is. Not with a bang, but with a sad, sad exit. That is so disappointing. You can't really comprehend it, you know? Yeah, it's rough. But sometimes it's how these series do end. It's not the exciting ones. Forfeit. Yep. I don't care. We're not making the playoffs anyway, so we're going to finish at 14 and 18. The Heaters will probably win their last 2 games and move ahead of us into 4th place. And honestly, that's fitting. This team should have finished in last place with how it performed down the stretch. So, I'm not surprised. I just really want to sim to the end of the season, see who gets named MVP and all that snazz jazz, who makes the playoffs, and who goes on a run to win the championship. And then we will call an end to the Platypi series. We won't be doing an off season, none of that. We'll be walking off into the sunset and not caring. Be leaving this team behind in the dust. Buzzards win. Oh, there's player development we could do. I'm intrigued to see if we would get any more traits. Volatile on a reliever is stupid. Surrounded is dumb. Chance to lose bad ball hitter is really dumb. Contact and fielding on Bobber's pretty good. We can grab that. Doesn't get the bonus 3 contact, but he gets 1 contact, 1 fielding. Whiffer stupid. Look at that, Beefcake's healthy. Good for him. Alright, play the last game. Alright, we're not playing it. We are going to forfeit. Again, I just want to get to the end of the season. We're done. Yeah, it was hard fought, though. We did our best. But, yeah, it just wasn't in the cards this year, unfortunately. It is what it is. You know, sometimes that's how it ends. I know, I'm just trying to fill the dead space. Sorry for repeating myself so much, but, hey, I'm tired.
It's game time.
I'm actually curious to see if he would have retired or not. Forfeit. Yep, we're done. I'll jump into the offseason, see if Charlie hangs him up or not. If he doesn't, I'll be very surprised. If he does retire, it's very fitting. He leaves when we finally missed the playoffs. That was the only reason he was here. He was chasing those rings, that glory hunter he was. We're going to miss the old man. He's a great meme, and he's a great guy to have on the team. At least for the first season. Last 2 seasons were disappointing. Always Charlie. Always. Alright, let's see if the Heaters win their final game and move ahead of us. Crocs finish at 20 and 12. Beewolves finish in 20 and 12. Beewolves win the tiebreaker, so they'll be the number 1 seed. Crocs will be the 2. Heaters did lose their final game, so that's good. So we do not finish in last place. We will finish in 4th. And we're not the worst team in the league either. That's the Hot Corners, who have 9 wins. Alright, so the playoff standings will be this. Number 1 seed of the entire thing is the Freebooters. Their number 2 on that side is the Blowfish. Number 3 is the Moose. And number 4 is the Grass Eaters, because they got the forfeit win from us. It gave them a playoff berth. How nice. They would have made it anyway, even without it, though. So it's not like we rigged the system. On the other side, the Beewolves are the number 1 seed, winning the tiebreaker over the Crocs. Crocs are the number 2. Grapplers the Nemesis win the tiebreaker for 3rd, as they had plus 43 run differential. And the 4th place team getting in are the Grapplers with plus 6, knocking the Wide Loads out of the playoffs. Nice. Alright, looking around the league, Nemesis signed Dorian Stafford for the playoff push. Carrie Wayward is assigned to cut Alicia Woodrow from the Sawteeth. Alba is replaced by Fred Bobbitt to beef up the bench there for the Grapplers in the playoffs. Beefcake lost Big Hack, no surprise there. Doozy Shine got picked up to boost up the Grapplers' offense. BH3 signed the Sawteeth as they cut Allmeyer. Damian Rush released by the Wild Loads for Big Country. They were trying to make the playoff push, but unfortunately it failed. Traits we would have bought, we would have gone for this one for Cuffingham, even though we were trying to get rid of her. It's funny. Sorelli, extra junk is nice. I like that. Volatile on Nops is dumb, but I might as well buy it. We're not going to be playing with her anyway. Gets the 1 junk, gets the bonus 5 junk. That's a big roll up to 39. Nice. Plus 6. She does not get Volatile, which is fine. There you go, Lola. Sorelli gets 3 junk to 78, down 2 velo to 49. He does not roll the bonus 4 junk, which is fine. Cuffingham going for Sprinter, 2 power, 265, 2 contact, 57. Does not get the bonus 2 power. Bonus 4 contact, doesn't get it either. 25% chance to gain Sprinter. She does get that, though. Good for her. Boosts up her loyalty to 98. And that would have been the last thing we would have bought. We were not getting Surrounded, we're not giving up Bad Ball Hitter, and we're not getting Whiffer either. Alright, let's see. Your league MVP is Winnie Noel, as she just beats out Anita Bean. Anita Bean, who unfortunately was cut by us, got injured in her final appearance. She is a close second to Winnie Noel, who threw 4 complete games this season, and the Freebooters can say they have the MVP on their team. No one on our offense was even in the conversation. I don't blame them. Beefcake did win the batting title, though, hitting 432. Kaufman 3rd, hitting 400. Colliner is in 5th. Bryson Vallis was 6th, and Roy Krauts was 8th. Nobody in the home run department and nobody in RBIs, because our offense was absolute garbage this year. Beefcake number 2 in on-base percentage. Kaufman number 5. Slugging, Beefcake is 4, and Beefcake is the best OBS. Coffin led the league in hits. Connor was in 4th, tied with Beefcake, and Bryson was snuck in, tied for 9th. Runs scored, Coffin tied for the league lead. Coffin also led the league in stolen bases with 17. Wins, Charlie Best takes that category. Good for him. Nobody on our team. Anita Beam was in the RBI conversation. She finishes, or ERA conversation. She finishes in 6th place with a 237. 4th best of actually all starters. Slider and Morris are relievers. No one in the wins department, no surprise there. Nobody in the saves department either. Whip, nobody in the whip department. OBA, no one in that department either. No one in strikeouts. Nobody in Ks per 9. Anita Bean was 2nd in walks per 9 with an 079, just behind Winnie No Out at 070. Seth Dubs also cracked the walks per 9 list. He finished in 8th. Strikeout to walk ratio, Anita Bean was 3rd at a 7 flat, with Winnie No Out winning that 10.8. No one else on our team made the list. All right, let's see who's going to make the playoffs. This will determine which team I'm going to try and rebuild and replace the Platypi, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so looking at this, let's see who's going to win the title. Moose taking on the Blowfish here. Blowfish win the first game 4-1. Freebooters beat the Grass Eaters 5-3. Crocs taking on the Nemesis. Look at that. All the matchups are division rivals. Crocs win 5-0. Beewolves win 3-1 over the Grapplers. Moose and Blowfish. Moose win 8-1, evening it up at 1. Freebooters win 2-1. They are looking to sweep. Crocs win 4-3. They are up 2-0. And Grapplers and Beewolves. Grapplers win 8-4 as they even it up at 1. Moose win at home 12-4, taking into the advantage 2-1. Grass Eaters now at home, though, gets swept by the Freebooters 6-4, so the Freebooters advance. Crocs on the road against the Nemesis. Nemesis do win 8-3, rather convincingly, staying alive. Grapplers lose 2-1. Beewolves have the advantage. Moose force game 5, actually win. They win in 4 as they upset the Blowfish. Nemesis force game 5 with that win as they go back on the road. And the Grapplers force game 5 as well. Crocs and Nemesis. Nemesis rally and win on the road as they upset the Crocodons. And Beewolves and Grapplers here. Beewolves hang on to win 5-4. So both top seeds advance. Both 3 seeds advance. Moose take game 1 4-3 against the Freebooters on the road. Nemesis rally but lose in 11 innings 5-4 to the Beewolves. Moose blow out the Freebooters 16-5 as they are up 2-0. Beewolves win. They're up 2-0. And the Moose sweep. Nemesis force game 4, 6-2. Then the Beewolves win in 4. So Beewolves have home field advantage. Beewolves win 5-1 in game 1. Beewolves win game 2, 5-2. And Moose force game 4 with a 3-2 win. Moose win 12-4, forcing a game winner take all game 5. And the winner is the Moose 6-5 as they take their first championship. Congratulations, Moose. Thank you for not letting our division rivals win. All right, so let's see summary standings. So we're going to finish with a 79-37 record. Very good. We did win 2 championships in both our playoff appearances in years 1 and 2, so we can have that under our belts. Shame, disappointed. 3rd season was so disappointing, but I was just so freaking fed up with this team that I'm done. I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I just lost all fun in the game, you know. All right, so looking at this, Freebooters made 2 playoff appearances, it looks like. Moonstars made 1, so did the Pigs. And then in Season 2, Moose made it. That's their first. Blowfish made their first, and Sirloins made it. Okay. So that means on that side, teams that didn't make the playoffs were the Grass Eaters made it, yeah. Sawteeth never made it, but we've already rebuilt them, so they're out. Moonstars, I don't think they ever made it. So Moonstars are an op. Nope, Moonstars made it in year 1, so they're out. And we know the Pigs made it, so they're out as well. So everyone in the Beast Division made the playoffs at least once. Moonstars made it. Sirloins made it. Sawteeth didn't make it, but I'm not rebuilding them. Blowfish made it. We're not rebuilding them. Sandcats did not make it. We have played the Sandcats before. We've rebuilt the Sandcats before, but that was back in SMB4, so they are an option. Moving to our side, us, the Grapplers, and the Wide Loads all made the playoffs. Beewolves made the playoffs as well, so they're out. We've already rebuilt the Heaters, so they're out. Nemesis, Overdogs, Crocs, Buzzards, and Jacks. Have not done one in that division yet. I have rebuilt the Buzzards in SMB4, but none of the other 4 teams have I touched. So, let's see. Nemesis made the playoffs in years 1 and 3 at least, so they're out. And year 2, the Nemesis actually made it all 3 years, and the Jacks made it as well. So there were 2 teams on this side that never made and the Crocs made it in year 3, so they're out. So that leaves the Overdogs and the Buzzards are the 2 teams that never made it on this side, and the Sandcats never made it on that side. So one of those 3 teams will be the team that we rebuild, either the Sandcats, the Overdogs, or the Buzzards. So here's how we're going to make the tiebreaker. It's going to be worst record of the 3 teams. We'll see which team that is. So year 1, Sandcats 14 and 18. Okay. Then 16 and 16, and then I think they went 16 and 16 in year 3. They did. Okay. So 16 and 16 and 16 and 16 is 32-32. Add 18 losses to that. That gives you 50, I believe. Yeah, that puts you at 50, and you have a winning, not 50. Yeah, 32. 32 and 32. 32 plus 18 is 50, yep. And then they add 14 to 32 is 46. So 46 and 50 is the Sandcats record. All right, so year 1. That would be the Overdogs. They go 16 and 16. Year 2, they go 15 and 17. So right now they're 31 and 33. And they go 16 and 16. So 32 and 32 plus 15 is 47. And they're 47 and 48, I believe. Or 47 and 49. Yeah, 47 and... No, that's not right. Is it? 32 plus 16 is 10, 42, 48, yeah. So 48, they're 48 and 50, I believe. Yeah, they're 48 and 50. At least they should be. Why is my math not mathing? Hold on, guys. I need to use my calculator here. All right, so 16 plus 15 plus 16. That's 47. Okay, so my math was off on that one. My bad. And then 16 plus 16 plus 17 is 49. So they're 47 and 49. Okay, so 47 and 49. 47 and 49 for the Overdogs. Sandcats, 14 plus 16 plus 16 is 46. So Sandcats are worse, so Overdogs are out. Now it comes down to the Buzzards. Buzzards 14 and 18. So 14 plus 13. And what they do in their final season? 13. 40. God damn it, the Buzzards have the worst record. Alright guys, well that means the Sandcats are out. We won't be rebuilding them. So what do you guys think? Do we want to rebuild the Overdogs, which we've never done before? Or do we want to rebuild the Buzzards again, which we did back in SMB4? Let me know in your comments down below here on the video or on the Twitch VOD if you all want to voice your opinions on that. And whatever the popular consensus is, will be the team that we take over and rebuild to replace this Platypi series here on the channel. Go ahead and leave your feedback down below on that comment topic, guys. But before that, let's jump to player re-signing and see if Charlie Lopez retires or not. He did. Charlie Lopez would have retired after 3 seasons. Congratulations, Charlie. Fantastic career. We're going to miss you, old man. Love you, buddy. All right, well, that's going to be the fitting capper to the end of the series, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Shame we couldn't end it on a better note here at the end of year 3, but unfortunately, it just wasn't in the cards for us. But, you know, we had a good run. We won championships in our first 2 seasons. We didn't do anything in year 3, unfortunately. We got really, really cold in the middle of the year, and we never really rebounded from it. It just kind of spread to the entire team. Offense never showed up. Our pitching eventually suffered because of it, and, well, it leads to this moment. But, shout-outs here. Rory Crowd's one of the OG members. He made it through all 3 seasons. Rufus Zumar surprisingly made it through all 3 seasons. Charlie freaking Lopez, the old man, was our meme lord and also our rallying cry. We had Beefcake McStevens, the captain. He made it through all 3 years. Harrow Wugliams made it through all 3 seasons with us. And I think that's it, actually. Oh, and Kitty Kaufman, she also made it through all 3 years with us. Thank you, guys. Also, shout-outs to Seb Swolson, Camilla Cuffingham, Hey, I'm Calling Her. They all were brought in year 1. So was, I believe, Maggie Rags, was brought in year 2, if I remember correctly. Year 1. Was anyone else brought in year 1? I don't think so. Al Sorelli was a fantastically random-generated prospect we got for our bullpen. It was a late inning stopper. I loved using him. Anita Bean was solid for year number 3. It's a shame we couldn't get more out of her. Nick Dieguez was great. Rig Corral was hit and miss. I wasn't a big fan of him. Other than that, Bryson Avalos was a great find, a developmental piece in right field who was really good. He's great defensively. He just needs to work on his bat, and he would have been a fantastic piece for the future if this series had gone longer. Other than that, wasn't really too much good on this team. Lola Knops was solid, but she was never anything special. And, that's basically it. It was a lackluster free agent pool for us. We did manage to get a few key guys, like I mentioned, like Sorelli and Avalos, but most of the time we just used our guys from year 1 that we brought in the original rebuild and just stuck with them. It got us 2 championships. Quick refresher, we'll finish with a 79-37 record after 3 years. 2 playoff appearances, 2 rings under our belts. It's great. I'll take it as a successful rebuild. Shame we couldn't get the 3-peat, but I'm not playing another 32-game season. Expect a lot of faster-paced seasons moving forward. We will do no more than 24 games in a season for my custom ones, and for our standard ones like this, it'll be only the 16-game seasons. So, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Quick recap of the episode. We started off with a win in extra innings against the last place team, the Hot Corners, 12-10. We then lost in extra innings to the Beewolves, 3-2, and then lost 7-3 late against the Beewolves to be knocked out of the playoffs. We then forfeited our last 2 games, which is why it's a 1-0 game. We didn't play a single out on those games. I just forfeited them to get to the end of the year. We finished with a 14-18 record, and we saw our division rivals, the Beewolves, go all the way to the finals, but lose to the Moose, thank God. So the Moose are the last team to win a championship in this playthrough of the Super Mega League, and that is going to do it. And then we also saw Charlie freaking Lopez, the old man, retire at the end of 3 seasons. So good for him. He's had a great career. Sorry we couldn't get you a 3rd ring, Charlie, but thank you for giving us what you did. You gave us your all this series, man. You are a legend and forever will be on the channel. Thank you so much. That's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to conclude the Platypi rebuild. Expect a new series to be taking its place here in the coming days. Next up on the channel is going to be the Cutters franchise, which hasn't been done in a few days. And then we will go back around to the next lineup in the rebuild, which is taking over the Dive Bombers in the Green Nachos League. And then at the end of those 2 recordings, I will be looking at the results, and we will be picking which team we want to rebuild, either the Buzzards for a 2nd time, coming back from my SMB4 days, or not the Sandcats, the Overdogs, which we have never done on the channel. So let me know what your thoughts on that is, guys, and I will call it there. Shout out to One Boy for tuning in and chatting with me for the first part of the stream. Love hearing from you, buddy. Everyone else, thank you so much for watching and continuing to give me support on this series and on the channel in general. I appreciate it as always. Quick shout out to my buddy Scootsy16 for hitting the 50 subscriber mark on YouTube. Congratulations, buddy. You deserve it. You've put in a lot of great content, and I love everything you put out. So hopefully your channel continues to grow. Everyone else, I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, this is a nasty one. Signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.